Hi guys, how is everybody? How cute to see everybody chit-chatting in the chatters. Hi, yes, please. Let's help me get to 10. That would be so dope. Just because I think it's going to be a long live stream. I think it's going to be a long one, guys. Hi, Terry Lynn. Thank you for being here. I know you could give a about her. Hi, Curls, Miss Boop. Hi, Sweet Pea. Debbie, I hope you're still here. Hi, Summer. Oh, shit. I'm pressing buttons. I'm pressing buttons. Did I miss anyone? I don't want to miss anybody. I think that's all of you. Hi, ladies. Hi. Lots of purple hearts in chat, biatch. Okay, is this not the perfect fucking avatar for a JKF fucking stream? I'm going to try really hard not to say her name. If anything, I just need to learn how to call her Jessica. Hi, Emily. How are you? Hi, Street Corner Felines. Hi. Yes, you got to catch a little bit, baby. I know I did it a little late tonight because, right, it's Friday. And I figure everyone has the weekend. Let's go a little bit later. It might be better for everybody. So I just hope it's not too late because, you guys, I really think we could be here for hours. And this is only my part one. Oh, thank you, Curls. Thank you so much. Oh, yay. I hope you had a great cruise. Miss Curls went on a cruise. I guess I could say it now that you're not there, right? She went on an Alaskan cruise. I just don't want anyone stalking my curls, even all the way in Alaska. God dang it. She went on an Alaskan cruise and she is back, baby. Hi, everyone. I was actually outside for like the last 3-4 hours, just enjoying the weather because I was like, oh my gosh, that's right, I'm streaming tonight. And then I'm coming in, Mama's leaving out, she's going out tonight, and she looks so fucking cute. And I'm mad that I wasn't here while she was getting dressed. Hi, Quinn, if I didn't say hi to you. I'm getting some Coca-Cola. So I might have missed somebody. Thank you to the moderators for being so dope and making sure you welcome everybody. But I'm in a really good mood. I'm not really sure why. Yay, 9 more to go. Thank you, Terry Lynn. You can keep up with our super chats. Let's hit 10 and we'll do a Q&A, guys. You can ask me anything. Hi, Holly. How are you? Give me just a second, guys. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Tina and Becky, good to see you, ladies. I'm so glad everyone's showing up because I really am excited about this open panel as much as I'm terrified. I have not had an open panel in a very long time. Have I had, like Mandy or Terry Lynn on my panel? Yeah. But like them are my homegirls, and that's like real different to actually, give a platform to people. Hi, Jelly Bean. Super chat number 2. 8 more to go, and we'll have a Q&A. Ask me anything. Thank you, Jelly Beans. You're always so sweet. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I didn't even see yours. Debbie, thank you. Thank you, Debbie, for your $10. That's 3 super chats already. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Okay, but anyway, this is part 1 where we talk about Jessica. I'm going to have, oh, thank you, Terry Lynn. You guys are amazing. You guys, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I don't know what to do with all this love. If I was a crier, I would totally be crying right now. Thanks, guys. We only need 6 more. And we'll do a Q&A. That would be so fun. Yes. Hi, Becky. If I didn't say hi to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jilly, Debbie, Terry Lynn, and of course, Miss Curls. Thank you, ladies. We only need 6 more. Yeah, soaking it all in, baby. Soaking it all in. I love her sloth, too. But yeah, we're going to talk about Jessica. Street Corner Felines, thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you, because I know you're new around here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thanks for giving me a shot. I really do appreciate that. Because, not anybody just gives me a shot around here. I'm going to have Mandy come up because she's really good with timelines, True Crime Blondes. And she is going to be doing a live stream next week. She's working on some more oh God, what do I want to say? Oh, hi, Mandy. Speaking of the devil. Oh my God, I just said your name, dude. That's weird. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, Danica, thank you for your Cash App. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. I love you, sis. Danica, thank you for your Cash App. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. I hope you get out of the bushes. Not that new. Okay, from Marie R. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jilly. I wish I could see the super sticker. Tell me what it is. For some reason, when I'm on StreamYard and I don't have yes, please hit that up or down, because honey, it don't matter to me which one you hit. There's 24 of you watching. Might as well just hit the dislike. I'm good with it either way. And we know Jessica's in here. She's already prepared. She's so mad that your girl's getting all the love, and I love that for me. But we're going to have Mandy up for this one because I decided we needed to do this in parts. Because when I got off of Pinot's stream last night, I was at the park. So I only got to come in. I wanted to show love. I wanted to send a super sticker. As long as I got it, I'm going to send it, right? As long as I got a few bucks in my account, I'm going to support my creators. That's just what I'm going to do. So I went in there long enough to see all of you and all the things, and obviously, show my support to the boys. So I didn't even get to watch it in full until later that night. But I had gone on Reddit and she was already making jokes about going to jail. And then all through the day, I've been putting it all on my community tab. It's all there for you guys to see if you're not on the Reddits and things like that. I'm sorry if anyone came in. Hi, Lone. Did I miss anybody? I'm so sorry because I had her thing. Jelly beans, you are so sweet. Thank you. We only need 5 more supers and we're doing a whole ass Q&A. I have never done a Q&A in 5 years, you guys. But I think it's because I tell you guys everything. But yeah, so I want to go over the timeline. I want to talk about the men because this is not a joke. Like I said in my latest community post, I don't care that it's Berner 420, guys. She's calling him a chomo. She is saying he ABUSED her. Okay? That is defamation at the very least. It'd be this high lurk. It would be the same thing. Who just sent $4.99? I didn't see it. Hi. Oh, thank you, Tina. Thank you. Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, Tina, you are gorgeous, darling. Oh, you so cute, girl. Thank you. Yay, 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 yay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are the fucking best. What better stream than to do it on Jessica's stream? You guys are the shit for that. I don't even know where we're at yet or where we're at right now. So yes, thank you so, so much, ladies. Thank you. Oh, Samantha, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you, Samantha. I love that you guys look out for me, but I wish you were in the chat, I get it. Some people are just not chatters. But anyway, she's making jokes about how she went to jail. I don't give a shit if, you want to claim that this restraining order that he put out on you is not legit. Therefore, your charges were dropped. No, I think you got in trouble. I'm sure in Utah, violating a restraining order doesn't mean you're staying in jail for 30 days. And you got out, dude. I don't even know that they've been to court. you guys, for the restraining order, because we just recently found out about, she just recently found out about the restraining order. Hold on, guys, please. Forgive me, guys. Pookie just walked in, and the dog is a hater, and I got to mute. I love you. Holly, thank you. Thank you, Holly. Hold on, guys. He's going to take a minute to leave the house, and the dog is, I love you. Yeah, and if the dog sees he and I together in this kitchen, Holly, thank you, sees us together in this kitchen, he just starts going crazy. I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. But like my one brother-in-law is home and like he doesn't want to hear the dog barking any more than we want to hear the dog barking, but it's only when Pookie's in the house and in the kitchen with me with the dog. If me and Pookie are in the living room, the dog will maybe leave us the fuck alone. Especially if the TV's on or the music's on, right? Because the dog realizes, you know what? I don't care if it's a filter or not, you still cute, girl. So patterns are obvious, absolutely. And I think that's why we really need to talk about the timeline, because what a great intro. Because here's the thing, guys, her subscribers are going to see this video. I'm going to make sure that I tag it the best fucking way that I can, and her subscribers are going to run into it. They're going to find it, and they're going to click on it, and they're going, hold on, please. Be safe. So, like, hi, Heather. Only one more? Get out of here. How did that even happen? It's only been 12 minutes. You guys are the best. I go 10 hours. Oh, no, sweet pea. You know what? Just chill, honey. Just chill and just enjoy what we're talking about. Because, yeah, I have a feeling maybe not everybody is going to be coming through, but eventually people are going to start coming in. And there might be some people who want to come on panel. Because see what Jessica Forrester cannot do is continue to cry wolf. And in this case, Reese, Randy, Jason, none of them people, any of her shit. Hi, Cookie. It was happily, exactly. I mean, hello, he fucking proposed to her at the Jelly Roll concert. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Really? What was I saying? Dang. Cookie, I knew you were coming in on the new, man, so I had to say something. You know what, Sweet Pea, not that I don't understand. I don't blame you for saying that because, like, dude, I watched her do a get ready with me to go to dinner with her friends. Schedule that Q&A. Oh my God, Mandy, you're the best. Thank you. Thank you. Did we hit the bullseye, guys? Because I can't see any of that. Oh, that's so cool. I adore you fucking bitches. You guys, your support means everything, especially in a JKF stream. Okay, like that you have no idea. This is Karmaticals at its fucking finest. And like I'm here to talk about it on a monetized channel. My third, right? My third channel that I got up and running since she took down the first one. Oh my gosh, did I miss them? Anybody who sent super chats? Absolutely, yes. Oh, yeah. We're at 8 out of 10. Oh, perfect. I love that. We're at 8 out of 10. That's all right. We're going to be here for a while. I'm going to, oh, I don't need to drop it for you, Mandy. You have it, right? Yeah, come on up whenever you're ready, babe. But I do think going through a timeline as a part one, we got 10 super chats, but it only says 8. Thank you, Terry Lynn. Thank you for keeping track. I asked you to be my tracker and you did so good. Thank you. Surely CPS will be visiting soon, and that's the thing, Debbie. If you're not gang banging, now you're like going out to dinner with your friends, but instead you're doing something. Oh, I love you for saying that, Jelly Beans. Oh, I love you for saying that, because that's just it. You just can't keep some of us down, honey. Yeah, whenever you're ready, babe. And then we can go on and continue to talk about all the patterns and all the things that we missed tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, she's saying that we do have it, but oh, you know what? Someone just texted me, and because super stickers were sent, I guess they're not counted. I did the goal thing for it to be, thank God I have such great friends that will like tell me while I'm doing this. I did the thing for 10 and I put any color, but they are for super chats. No matter what, thank you for your super stickers. You guys, that's everything anyways. But yes, we still need 2 to hit our goal. But thank you, Mandy. Thank you for that too. But yeah, like I just, I think we need to go through these patterns and stuff and really she should get canceled. I agree. I agree. I don't know how anyone's supporting her anymore, and I'm going to do everything I can to get my videos in the algorithm so they can see what it is. Yeah, I didn't either. I just got a text though. Cookie, thank you so much. Wouldn't her Walmart degree have taught her that? Very that lurk. Very that lurk. And how do you decide that the RO is not legit? How do you decide that? Why did you decide that? And why did you tell everybody that you were like let out of jail or like let go, no bail or whatever, because the RO was not legit? That's not what you got let go for. I'm sorry, but anyone who violates an RO that has to do probably not with any kind of violence. Hi, Amanda. Not with any kind of like violence or anything, and he just wants to be left alone because that's what I get from it. That it's just like a leave me alone RO. Like they're not keeping her. It's so nice to see everyone. This is everything to me, you guys. I thought I was in a good mood before I started this. Fuck out of here. 35 people in chat. That's what I'm talking about. You can come out the bushes, babies. Because I will be opening panel. Mandy, I know you're not back there. I know. I had to go on Reddit too. Okay, so we just need one more. And I think that's what the goal should say. Thank you guys so much for all of your support tonight. For real, for real. Right now I'll just have Mandy up and we'll go through some things. I know, Heather, I'm gonna keep doing live streams though. Because I can get away with them when I'm even outside. So that's like what I'm really trying to do, just do the live streaming and things like that. But I wish I had a laptop, not even a computer, a laptop. She was on OF, but he was the one doing the OF content with her. And you guys, I seen a picture and like watched a video of her saying, "You smacked me." But like there's nothing about that video that says Berner was the one back there saying anything. It didn't sound like Berner, it sounded like mumbling. Sour gummies. Shout out to sour gummies. First of all, I love that fucking name. Hi, Cynthia. I'd rather watch paint dry. Very that. No, well, you know what? They might have their own Terry Lynn, but that does not mean that she will do content without him. She has said she will not do content without him. Or without, probably anybody. I like Berner, but it was his voice. It was consensual BDSM though. Okay. See, and here's the thing, right? Hi, Miss Mandy. How are you?
Hey girl, I have no clue what's been going on in the last 5 minutes. I was fighting with the StreamYard.
You know what? I had that problem the other day. I think when you're doing free StreamYard anymore, they're really just like messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't pay for
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
that sucks. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
I know I was literally thinking about buying it the other day because I was like, I'm gonna use it, like,
You know what though, Mandy?
so.
This is what I suggest. Oh gosh, you do still sound a little sicky, but yeah, I suggest you buy it because it'll make you stream. Because honey, don't nobody want to pay for something they ain't using.
Right? Yeah, and I have a terrible text guys. I apologize. Phil, you don't have one. Hush. But yeah, I've been feeling rough this past week, and
You know what?
you
I
know,
don't feel well either, but I don't feel sticky like with a cold. You know what I'm saying? I just don't
yeah.
feel good since I get off that Greyhound.
Really? Hope you
Yeah,
didn't get
and
anything while you were on it.
yeah, I just think I caught a bug or something, and I'm just hoping that I'm just tired and like just feel
Yeah.
like shit balls, you know. But I was saying, before you came in and totally shocked me because I spoke you right up. I know,
Uh,
Jilly, and you know what? I really need to use yours until I can just bite the bullet because you offered that to me, which was so kind, and I should just do that. I
oh,
don't know
that is
how
sweet.
to, but I know that people do it. Like, say, Robbie uses sirens all the time, so I think that's real nice too. But you're going to be doing a live stream next week. Do you want to talk about what you've been working on today, or literally we just want to plug the fact that you are going to be talking about Jessica next week on your
Yeah,
channel?
I'm good with that. It's Jessica related. I
Yep,
think
yep.
everybody will like
Okay.
it.
Yep, I think everyone's going to totally love it. And I think nobody wants to miss it. So make sure you get over there and subscribe. If any of the moderators can drop True Crime Blonde's channel in the chat, I would love that for me, please. There's 40 people in here. How many likes do we have on this? Because I feel like I need to catch up. You got to like or dislike. So yesterday you hit me up and you were talking about the timeline and it just really got me thinking like, I really think this should be done in parts. I was
Mhm.
so disgusted to see how she thought this was so funny. It was all over Reddit. And she was like
Yeah.
putting all these funny comments, in like Instagram or probably I think. And they were like, God, you're acting like this is nothing. And, she would with her little snarky, like comebacks. And it's like, nah, you know what, dude? Your daughter only did not get taken because you had a babysitter, fam. Thank you,
And
Miss
because
Girl.
you had money, girl, you had money. And
That too, because she could have bonded herself right out if it was $100. Tell me she couldn't.
well, no, like when you have DSS in your life, 9 times out of 10, you got money and the kids have a nice house and a bunch of toys. They're like, oh, no neglect going on here. There's nothing out the way. You see it happen a lot where wealthier families are almost given like a innocent until proven guilty, whereas families who may be struggling are guilty until proven innocent. And I
You
think
know
it's a
what?
shit.
You know what? You're saying very much like she's got money, she's an influencer, and she got away with some shit yesterday. That's what you think.
Yeah, I think she's been getting away with it for 2 years.
Okay. Oh,
Like,
okay. Girl, tell it. Tell it.
I mean, and that was something like that you and I were talking about that I think. Okay, there are a couple things I want to say. One, she's making all these snide ass comments, thinking she's funny. This is going to be your girl's trauma one day. Your daughters are going to be in therapy one day, talking about their mother and this situation, and you're out here making little comments and thinking you're funny. Like it's not funny. The
Okay,
things with,
Mandy, go
hmm
ahead. Go, no, I wanted to interrupt you because I watched a burner live stream.
hmm
Thank thanks to some random ass channel, okay, because they're popping up now. And they got his TikTok. And when he went to get his stuff, it was him and his best friend. They were streaming together.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how he showed the messages from Micah? That's the oldest, correct?
Yes.
And she
Yes.
was like, "Should
It
I
is
call
terrible.
911?"
I'm scared. Yes, that was terrible.
And
And
can
the
I
fact
tell
that
you
he
something, Mandy? One more thing I want to say about that, and then you
Mhm.
know I want your opinion. I thought it was absolutely disgusting that the right answer, okay, now I'm not saying Berner did anything wrong, but I want you to hear me out. The
Mhm.
right answer to tell the daughter, in order not to call 911 and to be assured that her mommy was okay, was to call it manic. My
Mhm.
13-year-old does not know fuck about mania.
No. Like I have a
Now I would like
almost 10
your
year old,
opinion.
and she's just learning about anxiety because she feels it. Like that's it.
Well, and isn't that different too when they go through it? Like, why would them little
Yeah.
girls be like, why would that make them, dude? If my kids knew what mania really was, telling them, oh, mommy's manic is going to make them call probably 911.
Yeah. And like also, how fucking sad is it that his friend verified that she would be so piss ass drunk that he had to put her girls to bed at night.
Okay,
And
so it was
girl,
his
you're lucky.
girlfriend. It was his girlfriend that was my source. And I'm only saying
Oh,
that now because they're broken up. So he had to go live with the best friend when he went and got his stuff out of Jessica's, right? And remember, he
okay.
mentioned, the best friend mentioned, I'm not in a
Hmm.
relationship any longer, but like my ex girlfriend would watch Emerald,
The
I
girl.
believe is his
Yeah.
daughter's name,
Yes.
and she would say things. Well, that is
Hmm.
actually, she never talked about the kids with me, but she is who I think I spoke to because I spoke to somebody's girlfriend.
Hmm. Damn. I mean, I just think it's all so terrible. First of all, the shit with the water. If you squirt my 4 year old with water, I'm gonna come at you swinging. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care. Burner should have packed his bags when he saw that shit and left because that is abusive. She's not a fucking cat. Like
Well,
that's
I was
not how
gonna
you
say I
treat
have
those
a
kind of
hard
problems.
time. Yeah, like I have a hard time with people treating humans like dogs, like
Yeah.
trash, like you know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine if I watched her squirt a 4-year-old. And you sent me screenshots, I think it was over on Facebook, right? Where she was like
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, I didn't hit her."
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
totally okay
She
that I fucking
totally
sprayed her
fucking
with a
admitted to
spray
it.
bottle.
Totally admitting to it and feels nothing from it. And that just shows to me the narcissism in her. Like and possibly sociopathy because she doesn't feel that. She doesn't recognize how harmful that is. She doesn't recognize that she is boiling that child down to literally something that you would do to train your dog or your cat. Like when they go
Much
on the
worse,
carpet.
Holly.
Like, and it's so.
Well, and did you happen to see? I feel like I seen it on Pinos. I've watched a lot of people lately, and I'll be happy to fucking source them in my description box, I promise. But I think it was on Pinos where she was asking her daughter to talk trash about emeralds with her on the live stream.
Yes, and she has done multiple shorts talking trash on that little girl, talking about how difficult she is, this, that, and the other. And Berner is 100% right when he says that she WebMDs all this shit and diagnoses everyone around her. I can totally see that in her. But
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
she is 4. It is too early for them to even really pick up on the fact if she is that or not. Like, my daughter was first tested when she was 4, and I believe that she is somewhere on the spectrum. But she's 9 now. She's been tested multiple times, and I still have no concrete diagnosis for it. I've got all the outliers, but I don't have the concrete diagnosis because that takes time because it's a heavy label and they don't just slap it on you. It's not easy to obtain. And then she gets on a video and says that he's negligent because he's not put the kid in therapy. Like
Well,
he's
and you know what? How dare you expose his child's mental health? Um, it forgive me if like autism is and being on the spectrum has nothing to do with mental health. Forgive me, that's my ignorance. But like, since when are we like? That's the shit that happens in this small drama community we find ourselves in, right? Like we go after
mm,
each other. And not we, bitch. I did not mean to say that. People go after each other's children and all these things. How dare you tell the world that my daughter's struggling with autism because you say so? No,
oh
ma'am.
wait, I don't think I sent you this. I didn't send you the video that she put the little girl that she had spliced a like a piece where the little girl was having a meltdown and hitting her. Did I? I didn't send that to you, did I?
No.
Yes, she did. And she's like, I'm going to try to cover the baby's face because, I'm so virtuous. No, bitch, if you were virtuous in any way, you would never have released that video. You would never have released a video of that child melting down.
Oh, that
And
makes
it's,
me so mad.
and it's like also, this little girl has lost her mother, who was the one that she was with primarily for 3 years. And children don't learn to hit unless they are hit. So that little girl's seen some stuff. Let's just leave it there. Like, Jessica, what is wrong with you? Like, I honestly, like when she got with Berner and everything started to calm down, I was like, man, is she really doing good? Like, is she really gonna make a comeback? I kind of thought that. Like at the beginning of this year, I was like, maybe she is. Then she went for JD, and I was like, nah, you do not go for the one person who stood up for you and was like, I will stand 10 toes down on saying this is a good person when you were at the height of all this shit with Reese. He came to your
Right.
house, he made
Right.
videos in your defense. So did Berner. And you have shit on them both. You have shit on every single man who has come in and out of your life since Reese. And it's a long list. Those girls have been exposed to so much. And she made that shitty post about Berner being a C3 PDO. I don't know what the
Mhm.
lingo on here
Whatever
we're
you
allowed to
want,
use.
whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
just say it. We
But
don't
like
know
she
what the
made
fuck
that,
to say.
yeah, like she made that shitty post. But you're getting pissed ass drunk to the point that you're passed out and he's got to go tuck your girl in. He's on a registry and he be tucking your girls in. Really?
And I
Like
think
I
that's what made me the most mad about that like most recent post I made. I don't care that this is burner, guys. This is not okay. Why
no.
is a man like that around your children? We already know. Oh, you see, I'm gritting my teeth. Mandy, this girl, I'm telling you, I
She
am
gets
so
under
glad
my
she is
skin,
not in
girl.
Chicago. Oh, Mandy, and I know we both been sassy for the last 24 hours. Like, girl, it's about to go down like James Brown. It really is. My
Yeah, like
thing
because
is,
I'm over her shit. Because I'll be honest, I've spoken to Reese in the back end. Has he always been perfect? No. Did he ever relapse? Yes. Did he do things he shouldn't have? Sure. But that man never said a bad word on her name, and he had every ample opportunity to. He could have told me that she was the biggest hoe this side of the Mississippi, and I would have believed it. He
oh, yeah.
never
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Never did. Said she was a good mother and that he trusted her and that, as far as with his kids, she was a good woman and that he, wished the best, would never hurt her, etc. And this is after she smeared him to hell and back. You've had conversations with Jason. Jason didn't really even smear her. You know what I mean? He never came out and
Well,
like
I was
really
gonna say
spit
that,
hot
so
shit
I'm
about
glad it
her.
came out of your mouth because, like, sometimes I think people think I can be biased because it's Jason, and it's like, no, you really just don't get it. Like, there's no bias there at all. No, I really
No.
believe Jason didn't go that hard on her. I am so fucking glad you just said that.
Yeah, and it's like, and I believe with Berner because he's
Berner
a
is a
Scorpio.
pedo, Holly. Go ahead, babe. Sorry.
I believe because Berner is a Scorpio, He's like, bitch, we can both go to hell today. Like, I will take you all the way down. If I have to burn with you, that ain't no thing. I'm going to take you
That's a
down.
Scorpio thing to do. I don't know why she thought she could go after Berner because I would imagine living with him for the last year, you know him well enough to know he ain't going down without burning with your motherfucking ass.
Exactly. And not only that, but Mindy went after you for a fucking year over some shit that happened in a 5 day span. 5 days.
Yeah,
She went after
yeah.
you for a year. So this man has been with you for 2 years and he has the same sign and everything as Mindy. You don't think he's going to come for you forever? I feel like we're going to be here in 60 years and Burner's going to be on the TikTok like, y'all remember when I dated Jessica Kent? She was a
Mhm,
hoe. She
mhm.
was just a hoe. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it'll never end. And it's like, I do believe that she has, I mean, she put her hands on Reese. She put her hands on Jason. Now we've got allegations that she's put her hands on.
And
Um,
I'm glad you're saying that because I think we should also like talk a little bit about how Berner confirmed that she
mhm.
was going to become a snake in a Chicago gang. And he even
Yeah,
went to Jason's house and kicked it there and whoop de bam because, them two were just friends and all the things. Not to mention, I know what Jessica was involved in when she was with Jason because I know what Jason is involved in firsthand. She has
yes.
got to quit denying that all of these things happened. And how do you go from a situation with Jason jump into, okay, that's what she did, she jumped into bed with Werner and like whatever,
Hmm.
he's fine to me even with his PPS motherfucking goddamn
He's
tattoos
cute.
on his motherfucking face, but he's fine than a motherfucker, girl. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got this new
Yeah.
man and he's at least sensitive, and you know what I'm saying, and it's like, oh, you can do different, and no, you're still drinking handles of liquor every day and putting your hands on him.
Yeah, I mean, in the live with him and Sarah, that's his friend,
Mm.
um, he was saying she drinks a half gallon of vodka a day. He's like, I have never met anyone who can drink a half gallon of vodka and not appear drunk. He's like, she could drink that shit and drive to the store and be fine. He's like, I have
And
never
Mandy,
seen that in anyone.
you have a little girl. I don't. I'm a boy mom. Okay. But I
Yeah.
was a little girl. Me and my sister were little girls. And my mom had a lot of boyfriends when, we were growing up. And I think my sister and myself, I happen to think, based on a lot of people's past, we are very lucky that my mom did not get with anyone who ever hurt us in any way, physically, sexually, none of the things. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, very
care
lucky.
how long Berner and I have been together. I am not blacking out drunk with two little girls to be handled by a
No,
man. How do
no.
you feel about that, having a little girl?
The
Because,
way that
like,
I feel
you
about
can
that,
really say something.
yeah, like the way that I feel about that, my job is to protect and shield her from everything, not just men, but especially men. And dating, we need to be dating a good 4 to 6 months before I'm going to introduce you to her. Like, period. That's that. I can come to your place, but you ain't coming to mine until I am positive I know everything about you. I done did a background check. I know everything about you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Yeah,
leaving any
yeah,
stones unturned in this bitch because as a little girl myself, I always had my mom and dad together. I'm lucky I grew up. My mom and dad were married, stayed married, still married. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
very lucky
Oh,
to have
wow.
that.
Yeah,
And something still happened to me. You know what I mean? But I knew in that moment, I knew I cannot go home and tell my daddy because if I go home and tell my daddy, I'm gonna have to kiss him goodbye because he is gonna go kill that man. Period.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
no if and or but in my mind. I knew exactly what was gonna happen.
And then I
Exactly.
think like this, right, Mandy? You're with a man, okay? Because you are recently divorced, so or
Yeah.
separated at the very least, and
Hmm.
like she's only been with her daddy and stuff, and you're gonna fall in love one day. And even if you're living with that man and he's living with the two of you for a year, it's okay to put her to bed. Like, dude, you're playing a father role in her head, in her head in her life. But like, you're not blacking out drunk or getting pilled out or like
Mm-mm.
putting this man to put them babies to bed.
No, no.
You know,
And
because,
what it
like, we
reminds,
can listen. We can hear what's going on. We're going to listen to no matter what's happening, no matter who we trust. Them are our children.
Buster. Yeah, they are. And one thing I will say is that this whole deal with Jessica reminded me of have you heard of the Maddie Soto case in Florida?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's a case of a 13-year-old little girl. She ended up being taken off this earth by her mom's boyfriend. But the mother was sending this 13-year-old little girl upstairs to sleep in a bed with this man while she slept downstairs in a king size bed because she had started new meds and she really needed to get good sleep that night.
You fucking bitch motherfucker.
Yeah, and she ain't got no charges. Like in my mind,
Oh,
she is more.
no.
Oh, she is so culpable, and I hate it. But there are mothers
Oh,
out there
my
like that.
God.
There are mothers out there like that, and this is what it leads to. And I'm not saying that Jessica, doesn't love her daughters. I do believe she loves them. I do believe she loves them very much. But I think that her alcoholism has gotten completely out of hand. The picture that she has where Berner took it and he's holding like the handle of vodka and she's pouting in the background, it's because she told her
Pouting.
yeah, it's because the day before that picture was taken, she had told her subscribers she was going to do 30 days with nothing, that she was going to go 30 days no alcohol.
I remember that. I remember that. I
And
was
that
following
was
her. I remember
literally,
that.
yes, and it was like literally the next day, she's got a handle of vodka drinking from it, and he took it. I don't know if he took it because he's like, I'm going to need an insurance policy because, bitch, you're volatile, or if he took it because maybe he was like, maybe I can show, like, I know I've been with someone who's had a drinking problem before, and
Well, he actually addressed that the time he took that picture, and he did it because he was showing. He did take it because she was talking about how she was not drinking.
yeah, okay,
So that is
because,
exactly. So you were right the second time.
okay, and I believe some of the stuff that he has is probably like my ex before my husband. There was a lot of drug use and alcohol and everything. I truly believed in my soul, if I could just show this man the monster that he was when he was fucked up, he would stop. So I would record my videos and all this, and then we'd be in a good mood, and I'd be like, "Dave, watch this," and he'd be like, "Oh my God, I could never do that." But then he's drunk again by midnight. It was just a cycle. And I see
I'm
that in
sorry.
Jessica. I see it in her, and I do wonder. I feel like he has so much more proof than we even could imagine at this point. Because if you think about it from a I love you standpoint, then he would be taking those videos to show her to be like, babe, look, you don't know it, but like you're getting so wasted. Look, I had to put the girls to bed last night. We had to play this game. This is what this one said to me when I was putting her to bed because she didn't understand what was wrong with you. You know, like there's probably a ton of proof on his end because if it's true what he and his friend said, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't drink, all he does is smoke a little pot. So it's like that's a big difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I don't know. I feel so badly for those girls. I really do. I mean, the Micah's father is all over Facebook comments talking about how she took his baby from him. You know what I mean? And he
Wow.
was in no position to fight for Micah. He had a lot more time than she did. Wonder why?
Yeah.
Wonder if it'd be why Randy got more time than she did on a robbery that she staged. But but that was kind of one thing that I wanted to point out. These are the men. I'm just gonna lay them out there. These are the men. Starting with Joe Kent, who, from all accounts, seems to be a decent man, just doesn't want her using his last name anymore. Um, Then it was Randy, and then it was Yang, who is Micah's father. Then she got locked up with Yang, um, and started writing with Jason at that point. Then she got out. Once she was out, she said that she was single for a year and lived in an apartment by herself for a year and was doing all the stuff to get Micah back from the system, which everyone knows that's no easy task. So I would assume a second income, if you could get it, would be really helpful when you're trying to fight to get your baby back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the year single thing, I don't know. I don't really think she was single a year. I think her and Reese met and they moved right in. And so then there was Reese, and there was cheating on both ends throughout their relationship. But then we come to the end of their relationship, and then there's Jason. There's Robbie, who's Randy's brother, who she slept
Oh, I
with.
didn't know that.
They might even be twins, girl. They look so much alike. Like
Oh
I
my
was trying
God.
to figure out if they were twins or not, but they're definitely
Mandy,
brothers.
I want to
Hmm.
interrupt you because Nichole is in here and you knew her man. It's Berner's best friend's ex. She's a liar. She said shit about my ex and I called her ass out, and she switched up her story real quick. She legit lies about everything. And I have always said that about Jessica. Like, she is just a perpetual liar, a habitual liar. Like, whatever the worst liar is, that's what she is.
Yeah, she is pathological. Like she
Oh,
lies
I
for
know,
absolute
Heather.
no reason at all. Like
Right, girl.
it's just so it's weird. It's
So
weird.
isn't that funny, right? Nichole and Sinner. Is that what you said his name was? Sinner? Um,
Sorrows.
Sorrow. Okay, I was close, right? Sorrow. Okay, so her and Sorrow break up around the same time Jessica and Berner break up, because obviously it was after the fact. Jessica decides she's gonna talk about somebody else's motherfucking relationship, gets checked, changes up her story. Like, girl, Sorrows is his name. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and according to Berner in that live, he did not know she was married to Jason
Yes,
until
for
4 months into their
hormones.
relations. Yep,
Yes,
and he found out on Reddit while they were in bed together.
yes, girl. Can
That is
you
mind blowing.
imagine? Because
And he
there
found out,
is a actual picture of her holding them with her little Louis Vuitton fucking almond nails, girl.
yeah. And then also,
Thank you,
I think
ladies.
I believe that he said she slept with Robbie while they were together. She slept with Reese while they were together,
Yeah, because
cheating on
remember,
him.
he sent her. No, he specifically said him and Sorrows went to Utah to pick up all of his shit and come back to Chicago. And that's when she
Yes.
took her happy ass to Reese.
Yep. And then, oh, and this was like the lie of all lies. She was like, I had to go all that way so the girls could have court ordered mediation. Or not mediation, but like meeting. Like when you visitation. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Girl, please. You weren't about letting Reese have any kind of visits. You didn't even want to do the chatting on the parenting app because you were so used to getting your way and manipulating him into what you wanted. Like it's all in the court. When Tracy was doing this shit, she had like the court record from
Yeah.
the divorce. And it was like was like, I think we need to talk through the parenting app because I think it would keep both sides accountable. And she was totally not for it then. And it's like, I don't know, none of the dates really line up. And it's just like, girl, you were sleeping with that man. You were.
Well, and isn't that funny too? Because Nichole is stating exactly what I said in Pino's stream last night. This RO thing does not shock me because I've had a couple conversations with Nichole, and she's like, this is when they first broke up and she was still crying about him on Instagram, right? And it was like
Mm-hmm.
Nichole was like, she just don't leave him the fuck alone. So I hear about this RO and I'm like, oh yeah, he's got to do something to protect his peace. This isn't fair, right? Because Nichole
Yeah.
told me how she gets down. And
Uh-huh.
sure enough, you know what I'm saying? Like they had the house together and stuff, and she's never left him alone. So he gets this
No.
RO that she's claiming is completely false, and that's the reason she got let out of jail and all the things. But what happened? Because I mean, obviously, we're not going to know till we know, right, Mandy? That like
Mm-hmm.
what happened as far as what she did to actually, get get some kind of injunction or whatever that's
Well, I
called,
think we've
right? Like,
already been told, like from the horse's mouth, like when she's on the phone with that cop, he's like in Utah, electronic communications harassment is a charge. So I'm a
oh, you know what? I didn't hear that, and that is such a missing part for me. Oh my God, I
yeah,
didn't hear
I bet
that.
that's it.
What something must have happened because I do remember there was a call with the cop, and I didn't get to listen to it.
Yeah, the cop basically said that he was sorry he was bothering her, and she's rude as shit to him, and he's being so polite. And
Oh
then,
God, I gotta go see that.
yeah, and he said something about the electronic communication harassment, and then she goes into this tirade about how he's only doing this because his dad is a sheriff in Weber County, which is where he filed, I guess, and
Gotcha.
um, and that's the only reason that he's doing it or whatever. And immediately, that detective, who obviously takes his job very serious, was like, "I'm going to recuse myself from this case. Have a nice day." But just because he recused himself, that doesn't mean
Mhm.
that there isn't another police department or something that they can shift that report to because it's legitimate. You see what I'm saying? Like she can bring
Yes,
up
I
a
mean,
conflict of interest like that, but it doesn't make the allegations less true if she's really doing
and
it, and she is doing it.
you know
Like
what?
even videos.
You have to be right, Mandy, because there wouldn't be an RO in place for her to fuck with and go to jail for if another cop or office or whatever police department picked it up because it was obviously legit when they got her ass, right?
Yep. Or they would have arrested her. And I guarantee
Sweet pea, yes, yes,
it's
what
like
Sweet Pea says.
yeah, and I had just read something from Sweet Pea, or actually from Amanda. What was it? Shoot,
That was
she's
finally her
finally getting her
karma.
karma.
Hmm.
It's her fucking karma. He is.
Yeah.
She wanted him, and I don't think she had the best intentions. And what karma is it's if you are putting bad intentions into something, like I want this man, but he's got a girlfriend, so you're preying on their downfall, like
Right.
your karma will be that man being terrible to you. You know what I mean? Like it's something like that. Like I'm not 100%, but I know karma isn't just like, you know, bad things happen to you because you do bad things. It has to do with the intent that you put into the things that you do. And she puts bad intent
Yeah.
into so much. She's tried to take so many people down. She held fucking Mindy's dog hostage to get her to sign a fucking NDA. Like who does
God, I
that?
forgot about that.
Like on
Jesus
some
Christ, I
super
forgot about
villain
that.
shit. Like, whoa, what is wrong with you? Like, oh, like she just gives me this like feral. That's all I think of. That's where I go when I think of Jessica Cat. I just go feral because she's not safeguarding those babies, and she needs to be. Riley is like a year younger than my daughter. Like she needs to be safeguarding those babies. Period. And
Okay. Okay, hold on now. Nichole just said something. There is video proof of her hitting Berner. And he hasn't put that out yet. Here's the thing.
mm-mm,
Here's the thing, Mandy. I really need somebody to pull me into the earth because I feel like I'm out in outer fucking space.
mhm.
If I knew, Mandy, if I knew that this motherfucker had video footage of me hitting him, and I
Mm-hmm.
made documentaries, Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with her? She is so narcissistic and sick.
Yep.
She can't even
She
see that she's fucking herself with no lube in her ass.
no, she can't see it at all, and she can't see the fact that
Wow.
Jessica. We all know that at least 50% of your following are bot followers. We all know,
Facts. Facts.
and at this point, Berner has just as many tapping in to see what he's got to say, if not more, than she does. And that is driving her fucking insane. It's driving her insane that he's being believed. And what kind of twisted, twisted woman thinks that she could put a jacket on a man for beating her like every single time you break up with somebody? Like, girl, not every man hits. Come on.
And that's just it, too. Because you know what? I believe okay, I don't know this Sorrows guy from a hole in the wall until I literally watched it. He just looks like an honest dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just one of them
he
honest
gave me
fucking dudes.
real,
He
like,
did, right?
good
He
friend
just gave you
vibes.
real
Yeah.
vibes. And
Yeah.
I just like because see, like Nicole's saying, I don't think Berner would ever put that out. I don't think Berner would either unless he absolutely had to. I don't put it past him because he's a Scorpio. Okay, let me just say that. Not because like, oh, Berner's a bad guy. No, Berner's a fucking Scorpio, and yeah, like he'll use it if he got to. But the thing
Yeah.
is, shut the fuck up when you know he got that. Okay, that's number one. But I
Exactly.
don't feel like this guy is gonna sit there and be like, look, I've never seen Berner hit another human in the fucking since he knows I'm in elementary school, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And you don't become that person
Yeah, that
overnight.
part, Nicole.
You don't just start hitting overnight. It's a learned behavior. 99% of the time, you hit because that's how your parents disciplined you. You know what I mean? It's something that it just happens that way.
But
You
I
know what I mean?
also believe, Mandy, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I think you're going to agree. I think everyone's going to agree with this. I'm the first one that will get in a man's face. Don't you disrespect me. But what
Hmm.
I'm not going to do, Mandy, is put my fucking hands on a man because what I do know is even I believe if I put my hands on a man, I deserve to get whooped. If
Yeah.
I ever have put my hands on a man, I guarantee you it will be the man or the men whom I
Mhm.
know are not going to whoop my ass
Yeah, of course.
because men scare me even though I'm not scared of them. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah, you know, it makes perfect sense. Like my abusive ex, like this is a kind of a twofer because it's about Jessica and Berner too. Like she
Hi,
said that
PA.
she chucked one of those metal Stanley water bottles at him.
I
Those bitches are
know. I
thick.
know.
They are thick. And when I was young and I was in my abusive relationship, me and my man, we would just bust it down. We would fight each other. And I hate saying that, but I was like 25. This was an older man. There was a lot of manipulation, a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
abuse, all that. And,
Right.
he had ripped out my internet, ripped out my home phone line, broken my cell phone so I couldn't call 911. And we were fighting back and forth. And I had like this short little hallway in my house. And from the end of the hallway to the front door was like maybe 30 feet max. And I had like one of the big bottles of barefoot wine, like the economy size.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can't hit the broadside of a barn to save my life, like with a ball if I'm throwing it. But like I picked this bitch up, and I don't know if it was just like how angry I was. I don't know what it was, but it was just slow motion, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh through the air, and it hit him in the back of the head. And all of a sudden, his posture got real straight. And man, I turned into a motherfucking track star. I ran around that neighborhood 14 times because I was like, at least if I wear his ass out, he can't beat me too bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
if Berner was an abusive man, he would have been chasing her ass down like with crazy eyes. Because I've been in that situation. Abusive men do not let you hit them because they're not going to let you punk them down. Like they need you to be. They're submissive. They need you to be scared of them. They're not gonna just take you fighting back. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. When I heard that, I was like, I don't believe he's ever hit her. And like even in the footage that she shows, she does show like one video that she showed was of a handprint on her face. It looked like somebody had smacked her. But she literally like is videoing her face and she goes, "You saw me in the fucking face." And like she's got this anger in her voice and all this. And you hear him from the bedroom like, "No, the fuck I didn't," like confused. And then it cuts off. So you find out nothing else. But he is a big man. I think he said he's 6'2", 225. If he slapped her, what did it look like the next day, Jessica? Like where are the pictures of the actual bruising? Because if a man that big slaps you, it bruises. I've been there. It does. You'll have every single finger on your face.
Well, okay,
And
can I just say too though, if I'm doing OF, I'm telling you right now I'm a nasty bitch, okay? And I don't mean that with any disrespect. I would do OF if I didn't have children because I am a
yeah.
nasty bitch, okay? I know I am. And
Hmm.
have I ever asked anyone to smack me? No. But like if someone smacked me during sex, I wouldn't like get up with all my clothes on and turn the camera on.
No.
Like, right though? Like, why did you
No.
turn the camera on for that? And how do we know that Berner was in the background? Amanda's saying, yeah, sounds like him. But like,
It does sound like
what just
him.
happened? Because if I got smacked too hard during sex, even if I asked for it, for fuck's sake, maybe I
Hmm.
would. I don't know. And like, whatever. If you smack me too hard, first of all, why do I have clothes on still? If we're
Hmm.
doing BDSM stuff. And why did
Hmm.
I turn the camera on to yell, you smacked me? And you said, no, you didn't. And that's all the footage I got. I would have bugged up,
Exactly.
dude. If my face looked
Yeah.
like that because you smacked me during sex, I'm bugging up.
Yeah.
Hi,
And
love.
yeah. And like, I don't even know that that was a sex thing. She's just saying he hit her on that date. It was like
Oh, okay,
January
okay,
2nd or something.
okay,
And it's
okay.
out of nowhere that no context, no why did he do it, no what was going on, like nothing. And I'm not saying that there has to be a
Hmm.
reason. Obviously
Right,
abuse is
right.
terrible and like it shouldn't happen. But like you could give some details like in this situation. And then the picture of her throat where she's got like some fingerprint marks, some red, they're like reddish fingerprint marks on her neck.
Hmm.
And she says, like, I do like it rough. Like she says in the video, I like it rough. So if you like it rough, you guys have you know done a little neck play before, and maybe he squeezed too hard this time. The like you need to have a fail safe for that. Like in BDSM, one of the first things that you learn is safe word, bitch. Like pineapple. You know what I mean? Like you
Right,
gotta have a safe
right,
word if you're gonna do that
right.
shit. Because how would a man know that you're having a panic attack? How would he weigh that out? You know what I mean? Like in the moment. And even if you did have a panic attack and he had a little harder than he had in the past, it doesn't sound intentional. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like he was trying to harm you or trying
Right.
to do
And
anything
how can you
nefarious.
bug up on dude when you know that's what you guys are doing in bed? You can't bug up on him on camera. You can say you
Exactly.
hit me, right? Like because he did
Yeah.
hit her, right? But like
Yeah.
you can't bug up on him for hitting you so hard. You got a big old welt on your face, motherfucker. No,
Yeah.
no. And we should never, ever, and I have never in my life ever questioned any woman's ABUFE. It is not my motherfucking place. But in this situation, this is an unfortunate pattern where now she is up against someone who too is a social media influencer, no matter if
Mm-hmm.
he's not bigger than her or not, motherfucker. He too,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to obviously stand up for himself. He's
Yeah,
doing
and
so
I
by
mean,
law.
yeah, and this is the second one that I questioned. The first was Amber Heard, and that's because she was kicking Johnny's ass from the front door to the back door, and he was drunk as fuck, not registering any of it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like the
right.
shit that Johnny recorded was like shit that you record just, he was trying to show her what she was doing when she was drunk, and it's like kind of
I
like what
know
I
you
was
are,
saying
Nichole.
before. But like
Right.
the things she was recording, she's recording him, abusing some cabinets and then giggling before she turns the footage off and conveniently edited out her giggling. It's like it's the manipulation that makes it all the worse. You know what I
And
mean? But
how
she
do
won't give
people
the
support this? How are people supporting this? How are people
I have no
watching?
idea.
How are thousands of people watching her get ready with me as she's going out to dinner with her new friends because she's living her best life because she's crashing out like always, right? That's what she's doing.
Right?
And all of a
And they're the
sudden,
best.
by the next day, we're all seeing her fucking incarceration record.
Oh shit.
That's
Oh
actually a
damn.
really good point,
Sarah,
Nicole, because yeah, what babe?
she's in Utah. What if she gets on the Secret Life of Mormon Wives?
Oh my God. You know what? She's
That
gonna
shit
have
would
to.
be
She's gonna
funny.
have to. She's gonna have
That would be
to.
some funny shit.
Yes, Jilly, that's what we were just talking about is how she be putting her hands on dudes. And that's the thing. I'm sorry, but like I'm not trying to get whooped by a man. Am I going to bow down to
No,
one? Absolutely not. But like at the
no,
same time, dude, I'm not putting my hands on a man first. That's the silliest thing I ever fucking did
no.
here.
Yeah, no.
Only if I knew they were completely against hitting women. And you know what?
Hmm.
Berner is supposedly that guy. And you know what? There are plenty of men out there who know that they should never hit a woman, even if they are being hit. But that doesn't mean that the woman wouldn't deserve it, in my opinion. That's my humble opinion. Hi, CJ and PA. So nice to see
I
you.
mean, even Sorrow said that she was whooping him so bad when he was packing up to leave that if Sorrow switched places, he didn't know if he could have held back and not hit her back. And
Well,
Sorrows
and
was like,
you know
I
what?
don't
That's
hit
real
women.
shit. That's real shit because when you're coming on, think about it. Because, like, I would hope my best friend would say the same thing, right? Like, Tyra, I don't know if I could have kept you off that bitch. When I'm sitting here saying I would never hit her, that's real shit. Your friend was
Yeah.
so worried based on her ABUSE that he
Hmm.
didn't know if his friend could contain himself. That's real. That's
Yeah.
real.
And like what really sold it for me, and I never really liked Burner until these lives, and I'm starting to kind of like him, and he's just I don't know, I'm starting to kind of like him, but when he says to the camera, he's like, I don't like it's after Saros has said I've known him since we were in kindergarten. He don't hit women, blah blah blah, and he goes
Right.
on. And then Berner starts talking, and he's like, "I never put my hands on her," and like he's talking about how he ruined his relationship for her, and how he tried to give her the world, and how she was calling Bunny XO a hoe, and Jelly Roll a druggie, and
No.
that he had taken that she never would have met him if it wasn't for him. Like when he was talking about he doesn't hit women, his voice literally cracked. I thought he was gonna cry. Like and it hurt my heart, man. Like
Well,
just
I know
something
what you're
about that
talking about.
vulnerability.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I absolutely know that moment. And I said, you know what? Go ahead and cry, dude. I swear to God, I was sitting right here, even though it
Yeah.
already happened, right? Like I'm sitting
It
here
made me
behind the
wanna
phone.
it made me wanna be like, yeah, I'll ride her down all the way to Utah and we'll fuck some shit up for you. Like it
Right,
made me
right.
like I don't know, because like I you know, throughout all this, I do not believe that Reese was a very abusive man. I've changed my thoughts on that some. I think that he was abusive in the end. I do. I think that there were a lot of things in play, especially drugs, that kind of made it a melting pot, and that's what it was. You know what I mean? It became that. With Jason, I don't think Jason ever hit. I just don't see Jason not ever hitting her. And for someone who has these detailed notes on all the times these men have put their hands on her, her proof is very minimalistic. For someone who is a content creator, who always has a camera, who always has a phone, you really wouldn't be recording your bruises. You wouldn't be like,
But also,
come
can we
on.
talk about how big these men are? Like, I don't really know nothing
Yeah,
about this Randy character, but Reese is a big old dude. Jason was a
Reese is
big old
big, but he's
dude.
short. He's
Berner,
shorter.
oh, Randy was big too. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. You're like 100 pounds wet.
Yeah,
Rochelle, thank
like
you for the cash app, babe.
I want to say that Reese was like 5'9", but Jason and Burr both, I believe, over 6 foot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like, Jason
Randy
is
and
not hitting
Robbie,
her. I'm telling you that right now. Jason is
yeah,
not putting his hands on a chick. Do I think if provoked enough, he could totally snap? Absolutely. That's Jason's character, in my opinion. It could be very
yeah,
snappy, right? But like, no,
hmm
it's gonna take a lot for him to eat. Like, dude, she bricked him with a mouse and busted his head
yeah,
open, and he didn't do nothing to her.
yeah, and like then she said that he tried to, you know, I'm trying to figure out words because I don't know what I can say. He said that he wrapped the belt like a seatbelt around her neck
Yeah.
and did that all the way from like LA back to Chicago, and that his homeboy sat in the front seat and didn't even turn around to look at her. And Jason was like, no, like she was kicking my ass in the back seat trying to jump out on the freeway. So I locked her seatbelt in and I held like the seatbelt, like where it clips in. He's like, and I held that part in so she couldn't throw herself out onto the freeway.
Well, and
Like,
also, like, I have to tell you, just being around Jason and Mindy, Mindy was in rare form. Okay. The Mindy that I hung out with at Jason's house
mhm.
was just like a Hulk version of that little ass thing. You know what I'm saying? Very much. And
Yeah,
we know why and stuff, right? But
yeah,
like, dude, she really talked to Jason like shit a lot. And like, dude, he would just walk away from her. Like, dude, he didn't even argue with that shit. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So, like, I
and
have a
we're
really good idea of Jason's demeanor. And you know what? Based on how she talked to him, I would have smacked the fuck out of her. Just saying.
yeah, and also on top of
And I
that,
don't believe in
with
that shit. I'm
with
just saying, like, as a dude, it was like, oh wow, I'm
no,
so glad he didn't, because I wouldn't want to jump on his ass, because that's what I'd have to do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I get what you're saying. Um, but the thing that isn't taken into consideration with Jason is that Jason is in his 50s, or he might be like he's 50 at least. I know.
Yeah, yeah, true.
He's been incarcerated most of his juvenile and adult life.
Yes, very that.
I mean, the shit that that'll do to your brain, it is bad. It's bad, like all bad. My dad was a corrections officer. Like he said, he's seen more than his fair share of dudes lose their entire shit while they were in there doing long bits. Like they would just lose it, just be in
Oh
seg one
yeah, that's
day and
right.
just
Because your pops was a correctional officer, ain't it?
yeah, yeah, and like he's seen it all, and like my dad is like the empath too because he was a fuck up until he was like 30,
Oh,
34.
he's also Mr. AA for many years now
Yeah,
too, sober.
yeah,
Yes. Okay,
yeah.
yes. Pop.
He legit got sober so my mom would have me. He wanted one more
Aw,
child, and he wanted to do it like the right way and not be a
yeah.
drunk and all that. So he got sober when he was 34, and then I was born when he was 36. He got into corrections when he was like in his 40s. and he
Sure.
worked there for like
Called her a
15 years.
thought. I hate you. I hate you. That's so true. She did too. She did. Like, dude, that's
She
so ratchet.
did.
Why are we talk? Why does she talk about people's kids?
No
They
shit.
don't
The
never call
crochet
her daughter
club,
brat or nothing.
the crochet club, like for real. Like I can imagine
I know.
all I would pay every penny in every bank account I got right now to see. Isn't it Christy or Christine that's Jason's ex? That's the little girl's mama. I think it's Christy. I would pay to see that woman. What Jessica Kent. I would pay for it because I bet ooh, I bet it would
You
be
know, stuff like
dirty.
that's gonna catch up to her too. Stuff like that's gonna catch up to her too. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Well,
You can't
I
talk about
guarantee that's
people's
why she's not.
children like that. You can't call my daughter
Exactly.
no thought and think it's gonna be okay if I see you 20 years from now, bitch.
Exactly. I mean, she's in Utah, completely cut off from all her friends, all of her family, and there's no talk of going back to Chicago. I wonder why. I
And you know
wonder
what? She
why you couldn't
won't.
go back to
She
Chicago.
won't. Yep, she won't, because there ain't nothing
Yeah,
here
I
for
think
her,
she
girl.
can't. I think she can't. I think she knows what is waiting on her, and she ain't one to catch the bait. I mean, because that girl would fuck her up. Like I have
Oh yeah.
all
Oh yeah.
confidence,
Because like
and
I
I've
said,
never met that
dude,
lady.
thought as in thought. Oh my God, no, Betty. Thought is like, oh God, it's like a kid. A word that the kids use for like a hoe. Oh my God, thought
Yeah.
as in thought. Oh, I love you, Miss Boo. I love you, Miss Boo. God, I love you. That I needed. That was fucking great. No, just a hoe, but still, she called his like 22-year-old daughter. That's how old she is, right? Like 22.
Yeah, yeah, she's 22, and,
I mean, she'll
and
be lucky that 22-year-old don't get in that ass in 20 years. She better keep her ass
shit,
away from Jason's family.
right? She'll be like,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
maybe
wait, wait,
that's the
wait. Hold
reason.
on. We got to talk about something. We got to talk about something. Amanda's in here. Let's get it while the tea's hot. Amanda, if I'm not mistaken, is what it stands for. Oh, I missed it, sweet pea, because I don't even know what it stands for. Okay, so Amanda said earlier this week, she came and just like dropped a comment. Oh God, them are the best too, when people come just to tell you the gossip. And she
Uh-huh.
said that Jessica and Jason were caught in the car together in Utah. And
What?
I could, yeah, tell me if I'm wrong, Amanda, but I reached out to Jason and I'm like, Jason, were you in Utah with fucking Jessica? He read it, girl, and didn't even reply.
Oh my god!
How many men did she sleep with? Hold on, because Cookie made a good point. The audacity of her to call his daughter a thought when she's the one who's cheated on every single man she's been with on the fucking internet at the very least. Well, Reese has been on the internet the whole time. So there you go. Every man she's
Yeah.
been with on the internet for us, she has cheated on. So yeah, let's call the daughter the thought. But how many men was it that Berner says was his time frame? Randy,
Uh,
Reese, him,
Robbie. No, it
Jason.
was Robbie because Randy's
Okay,
locked
okay, I'm
up.
gonna mess them up. I see.
Robbie Reese.
Berner said he
She
saw
was
Jason in her
writing.
car. What, dude?
I don't know that he. Yeah, he had. I don't think he's publicly said he saw her and Jason hook up or that they hooked up. He said that she was writing Jason on JPay, talking about giving him the Hawk Tuah when he got out of prison.
Yeah, see, that's all I've heard him say too. That's why I was like, "Ooh, Amanda, tell us while we're here
Yeah,
talking."
but that would not shock me in the least, not even a little bit.
Oh yeah, no,
And
not at all.
I will be honest. Like when he said he didn't know that she was married to Jason until 4 months
Yeah,
in, like he sounded ashamed. Like he was ashamed
because I think he
of
is
fucking somebody else's
ashamed,
wife.
and like he's ashamed. He's always said it anyway. He feels so ashamed that he had to learn about the real Jessica on her fucking Reddit snark. Because
Yeah,
that's just the thing. Like, if Pookie went to my Reddit, none of those things are true. Like, I don't really know what's on there, but I can
yeah,
guarantee none of it's fucking true, right? So it's not like
yeah.
Pookie and I are going to be laying in bed one night and he finds a fucking Reddit page with my name on it, and it's like all of a sudden he finds out I'm married and, like just all these things. Like that has to be terrible.
I mean, it'd be like if Pookie got a video from
Bruce
your
is
fan
ego for
club.
sure.
Like if he got fucking video from your fan club talking about all the crazy ass shit they talk about,
Yeah.
and but it was true. You know what I mean? Like that,
Right.
but it was
Right.
true. You know what I mean? Like nothing
Oh,
they
he would be
say
devastated.
is, but
Oh,
it's like,
Mandy. I never thought about that. He would be devastated.
I mean,
Oh, he would die.
imagine how worse it would be for him to be laying next to you in bed when he
Oh,
found it.
I got goosebumps. You know what?
Like,
I do
no,
not have a link to the Reddit because I'm on the StreamYard, but I will put the Reddit link. It is a private Reddit. I don't know why they do that. I don't know, Heather. He won't reply to me. Yeah, no, he still hasn't either. So, um, but yeah, I'll put all the sources of things I've been watching and stuff. I'll keep them in the description boxes of these live streams that we do on her.
yeah,
All the shit I'm watching, I'll just put it all in the description box. Because yeah,
yeah,
Jason hasn't gotten back to me, but he read it. But he did that to me when he said, "Oh yeah, just ask the people if they want me to come on." And then I'm like, "Yeah, everybody wants you to come on the show." He just like read it. So I don't know if he's like fuck Tyra. Like I don't know. You just don't know, I guess.
yeah. I don't think it's anything personal, to be honest with you. I think that um he just, I think he gets busy and then he
Well, what
he
I'm
doesn't.
hoping is that he's still with that girl, right? Like I really liked her. I'm not even going to front. Like I like if
Oh,
it
he had
was
a new
anybody that
girlfriend?
I liked that
I
I
didn't
met
know
over there
that.
was her.
I didn't know he had a new girlfriend. That's awesome,
Well,
dude.
he was with Critter's girlfriend. Remember, he took Critter's girlfriend.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I remember that drama.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
wasn't
she
her name
moved
like
into his
Nichole?
house. That was
Yeah.
right after like Mindy went home.
I hope he is still with her because he blew up that friendship for that. So
I
I
don't
hope they
know,
are
Carrie
still
Lynn.
together.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I wish the asshole wouldn't fucking read it. Jason, if you're listening, quit fucking reading them, motherfucker. Just leave me fucking sit there.
Just pull down, just look, just pull down from the top. Read your notifications that way, Jason.
Right, right. Don't be opening my
Like a
stuff if you
normal
ain't gonna
person.
reply. That part, Curl, because Curl said if Jason is being JK, I can see why he's not responding. But that's the worst
Yeah.
part about
And that's
Jason. If
my,
he's
that
been
is
doing me
100,
like that,
that's 100% my conspiracy theory is that Jessica's already called in Jason to come clean this mess up for her.
and you know what? I would be so devastated because I guarantee the love he has for Jessica, and this is just my humble opinion. He will leave that girl that he's been with basically for a year now because that's about the time I went there about a year ago now.
Yeah.
And he's been with her pretty much that whole time, right after Mindy left over there. So it's like that would be terrible. Oh, that would be
I
terrible.
hope to God he has her number and understands that she is just a fucking hoe. She is. I mean, and we do. We sit here and church up all the names, the narcissism, the sociopath, but she's just a hoe. Just your run of the mill project hoe. Like we've seen a
God, you are
million like
not
her.
lying, Mandy. Like,
Like
just
we
tell
have
it,
seen a
girl.
million like her. Like
Just
I
tell
remember
it.
my homegirl, like she lived in the projects here, like when her little boy was small. And there was this one girl, every every time she would break up with the dude, she'd have another one already lined up in a different apartment and just move her shit across the way into their house.
Oh
Sometimes they
my
have to kick their old lady
God.
out. And
I do
that
too. I
is
think so
Jessica.
too.
That
Yeah,
is Jessica.
right. And you know what? She has the means to, he's walking into a trap, very that, Miss Boop. She has the means to pay a mortgage or pay rent. She has her little social media platforms and her monies and stuff. So,
And that
like,
seems to be how
she's
she's
the sugar mama.
yeah, that seems how she's fish hooking all these guys. Like, I'll take care of everything, baby. You can stay home and you can work on your passion projects. You can rap with Jason. It was like you could remodel the house. And
And
I
I
just,
can't imagine the conversation because I know you heard him telling us about how Nichole, you're probably gone, but thank you so much for coming. I sent her the link and I'm just really glad she came because I know we all appreciated being able to talk to her.
yeah.
And I forgot to say thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? God dang it. Oh, he was saying that fuck, I really forgot. No, I'm still here. Sorry, just at work. Oh, well, thank you even more for coming in here. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Um, the thing is, he he said that, she sent him to Utah and, she goes on to say how, like, he didn't pay rent. Oh, yeah, I would love to go wherever free rent was. He could have been evicted for all I knew. Like, how do you not know why a man is living in your house? You told him to go get his
Exactly.
belongings.
Yeah,
Why you went to go see Reese, you nasty heifer?
I know. Like, I have never I have seen in true crime cases where women are black widows, where they use men and they have like this weird sex thing and like they constantly have to have it. There's this one lady. Her name was Betty. I can't remember her last name, but she had a whole ass husband, but she was fucking like her cousin or something, and he
Oh
had to
my
live in the
god.
attic and only come down like when her husband was at work and shit, and the people around town thought that he worked in the house, like crazy
Oh
shit.
my
And she
god,
ended up
dude.
ending her husband. I'll have to send you that story, girl. It is crazy.
Oh my god, the shit that you hear about. You know what, Heather? I'm gonna reach out to Jason again and I'm just gonna be like, look, homie, I need you to get back to me.
You know
Give
who
me
I'd like?
something, man.
It'll never happen because I think he's just too loyal, even though she's being shitty. I
And
would
I can
love.
see that he's very old school like me, and it's
Oh,
hard
I
to
wasn't even
take that
meaning Jason.
loyalty.
Yeah, I think he's loyal to
Yeah,
his soil. But like
to
who
a
I was
fault. To a
mentioning,
fault. Yeah, yeah,
I wanted to what I would like to know is what JD saw when he went up there and was there for like a week filming and shit. Because if you're an alcoholic to the level that Berner is saying she's an alcoholic to that
yeah,
level, you
yeah.
can't cut that shit off. You can't cut it off.
But what if
So
JD spent, let's say, 6 hours a day, right? Like maybe not a full 8 hour day. We'll give him 6 hours a day of filming, and then he spent the rest of the time in the hotel. Like, dude, I think a
he could
functioning,
go
like
into
Nichole
DTs
called
before
her.
it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know what? You ain't wrong, bitch. You really ain't.
And
Not
if
even
you're
forever
in any
wrong.
kind of recovery, like you gotta nose like a damn bloodhound. You know the smell of liquor. So I just don't think she could hide it around him in that way. And if she could, she's been doing it a long time. That's all I can say.
And I'm very sus of Berner. This is what I was gonna say earlier. I knew it was important. He
Mhm.
said something about she got with Jason. She got Reese hooked on the coke. Then she stole his bike. Like he knew too much stuff about all the
Oh
drugs and
wait,
stuff that were going on.
yeah, girl, he didn't. Not just that. She said uh, she got Reese addicted to Adderall, and when that didn't
Oh,
work
the
anymore, she
Adderall. You're
was
right. She did
trying.
say that.
Yeah, she was trying to write fake prescriptions. What? You were trying to write fake prescriptions? Like, bitch, you were trying to catch a whole ass felony? Like, what is wrong with you?
Wow,
And
people
then
are
the
nuts.
bike stealing thing. Yeah, like I, I know that's what happened. We all know that's what happened.
Yeah.
We just have
Oh,
no
yeah.
confirmation
Jason
of
is
it.
not gonna lie to the fucking YouTubes
Yeah,
about no shit like that, dude. He's just not.
we know that bike disappeared and is probably in 15 different shops right now,
Oh
parts
yeah.
just
Oh
all
yeah.
over.
Oh yeah.
And Reese is just out of bike. And it's like, and not only that, okay, the bike I could understand. You need some money, you feel like he's shit on you monetarily. I could kind of get that. But his war medals. Why did you have to steal his fucking war medals? That is so fucked up. He's a decorated veteran and you stole his war medals. Like,
I did hear something about that. You nasty
that is
bitch.
so fucked up. She is a nasty bitch. Like, she really is. Like, and man, oh, I just, not
I
only
know
that,
we
but
have
she
both
also
just been
got,
so sassy about her. And, she's been so irrelevant for so long
yeah,
now. But yeah, me and you have just been real sassy when it comes to Jessica because this stuff is a lot, man. And
it
there's
is.
just way too many people supporting a fake and a fraud. And it goes even to the series that I'm trying to do, about online friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I clearly could do a, Jessica video and just highlight why you can't, listen and fucking believe everything people tell you. Because their patterns are everywhere on this internet. Her patterns are everywhere.
Yeah. And not to mention the danger of being in a parasocial relationship, like her friend Jory, who she met through
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
and who we now know has treated like absolute dog shit, has talked about like absolute shit when that girl
That
was
she
watching your
no.
children for hours, watching
Right.
your dogs, doing whatever you needed her to do. Like, to me, it's just like, damn, like Jessica, you confront like the most decent of people on the internet, but on the inside, you are fucking rotten. You are so rotten. Like
Ooh,
she
Lone
is.
brought up that like during the live member Berner said that she would have been in jail if it wasn't for him. I wonder what happened there. I think he's referring to her becoming a gang member
I do
and him
too.
coming in her life and him making that, little detour in her life. He
Yeah,
knew what she was
and
up to. He
I
talked about
agree
how
with
cool
him.
he said everything was. Like, come on, dude. Who
He
fucking
even
Ooh, you fucking goofy ass fraud.
right, and he even said she was on the verge of losing her kids because of all the TCFS
Yeah.
calls.
Yep. He sure did. Sure did. And you think I'm coming on motherfucking YouTube while I'm losing my children in a motherfucking gangbanger shirt? You goofy
Mm.
bitch. Goofy. You're a
Hmm.
goofy.
It's like, and that's the thing. That's what I wonder. Does everybody laugh about her when she walks out the room, or are they really under some kind of fucked up spell
Well,
from
it
this
sounds like she talks
average?
about everybody as they walk out of the room. She sounds very
Hmm.
two-faced.
Oh
Two
yeah,
gangs except 30
I
year old
believe that
money. Right.
all day long.
You
But
know what I
like,
mean? Because look
yeah,
at Nichole said she had to confront her too. She was over there talking about her. We're like, bitch, worry about your own. Worry about your fucking backyard.
right? She can't worry about her backyard because she's too busy trying to see if the grass is
Eh,
greener in your yard.
very that.
Ugh.
Very that.
And I do. I just wonder if when she was in Chicago and she was doing all this shit, if the people who weren't Jason thought she was just fucking goofy for it. Like, who tries to join a gang in their 30s? In their 30s. Like, that's some shit you do
35,
when,
dude. Like mid 30s. Like we're not even talking
yeah,
early 30s.
yeah, like,
Mid
that's
30s.
when a lot of people retired from the gang. You know what I mean?
Dude, facts, facts. Because yeah, like I should have retired in my 30s. I should have. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would have definitely not lost my child. I wouldn't have been involved with them again in 2016. Yeah, like things totally should have been over by then for me. Let alone you
Yeah, but
coming
I
into it
mean,
with two little girls like that. Like, we also
exactly.
got to remember Jason's a few years back. So we only barely got a 13-year-old.
And
Oh, look
let's
at
and
Nichole
let's
said she
not
changed her
forget
tone real quick.
what?
Nichole said she changed her tone real quick when she checked her ass.
I bet she did. I bet
Yeah,
she did because she looks
talking about
scary as
people,
fuck.
talking about
Um,
jelly
but
roll and shit. Like,
one
bitch, you
thing,
idolize that dude, and you're over here, man.
right? I bet you any amount of money, Bunny would whoop her ass. Like
Oh
she
yeah,
would beat the shit out of her.
Bunny would mutilate her with her fucking words. Be like, look at you, bitch, and look at me. Done.
Hmm. Yep.
Done. Look at my man and look at yours. Done.
Oh, wait. You ain't got one, do you?
Right, that part. That part.
But one thing I do want to say and highlight for everybody, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to this drama, if you're new to Tira and this drama, Tira started this with Jessica to speak to her about the dangers of being in a gang when you have children. That is what she wanted to do for Jessica. It was never a drama or I want to talk shit. When it started, it was Tira wanting to pass some wisdom down to her. That's it.
All the way
But
to
nobody can
emailing her,
tell.
remember? I emailed
Yeah,
her and she like got scummy with me and I'm like, oh, we ain't doing
yep,
that.
yep. And because Jessica can't listen to nobody. That's what it is. Jessica can't listen
No.
to anyone. She
And they
knows better than
literally
everyone.
had Jason have one of my boys reach out to me to leave her alone. And then she took down my channel when I continued to talk about it. Because she went on to pretend like the gang thing never happened because Berner was in her life.
Yeah. Ugh.
Jessica
It's
doesn't like
sickening.
anyone. She has no real friends. Like, dude, that's exactly who
No,
tried
she
to be
shit
her
on
friend.
all.
Tried.
She, she shitted on all her friends. Jen Cutting. Oh, she got turned in for what was it? Like food stamp fraud, like something that
Mandy,
they
I
usually
have
don't
had
catch.
I have to say this because it's gonna really just drive home a point. Okay. I've been on YouTube for 5 years, despite that this channel is not even a year old. Okay. So I've been here for 5 years. Jessica got my
Hmm.
first, channel mass flagged and we lost a huge channel, monetized channel, all the things.
Hmm.
Huge for me because I'm not anywhere near where I was before, but we're getting there anyways.
Hmm.
The thing is, when it comes to Jessica, she she was unable to take criticism in the aspects of I'm going to come online and I'm going to wear this snake shirt and I'm going to let everybody think that I'm really cool and I'm in this gang. And then I'm going to get this snake tattoo and then I'm going to have this snake Christmas tree. Oh,
Oh,
that
that
fuck
fucking
ass
Christmas!
Christmas tree. Oh,
I
that
am.
fucking Christmas
It
tree.
was
And she
so
probably thought it was
ghosty.
the best thing since sliced bread. You fucking goofball. I never had a fucking gang
Oh my
tree in my whole
god.
life when I was 14. And she just could not take the criticism that was legit. She wanted me to just go away. She wanted me to just shut up. I wasn't allowed to talk about her. But why?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't people know who supports you that you were going to join a gang at 35 years old? You thought you did. No, no, no. I got to rephrase that. She didn't want to. She didn't try to. She was made to believe she was in a gang at
Hmm.
35 with a 11 and 7-year-old little
Yeah.
girl.
Hmm.
And I
And I'm
happen to be
sorry.
someone who has my
That's
own
no
personal
life.
issues and have lost my child because of
Yeah.
gang activity.
And at the end of the day, there are always new prospects in gangs, period. So that is no environment if you've got little girls, period.
You know what? It's really, really not. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm so grateful, Mandy, so grateful that she wasn't a real anything because she
Hmm.
could have caused a lot of fucking problems. I
Yeah.
know white girls like her all too well. I've grown up with them. All the white girls loved the gangbangers from the other high schools. And you know what I'm saying? So I was around these wannabe fucking gangster white chicks my whole life, many, many, many,
Hmm.
many, many. Jessica
Hmm.
is just like them. She wouldn't
Yeah.
know what to do if I pulled up and dunked. Well, okay, so if I disrespected her by
Hmm.
flipping her gang sign, what is she going to do to me? Think about that. And you know what? Your only job as a gang member is to never let no one disrespect your fucking face and whoop their ass.
Yeah.
You don't never let someone from another gang come and, disrespect your gang and just stand
Hmm.
there. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank God, because she does not know. She doesn't get it. There are politics, there are laws, there are oaths, there are lots of things that I would never talk about online. And had she been real, had
Hmm.
there been lady snakes in this gang, she would
Mm.
have really been really a C. And then what? Runs
She
to
would have been a whole
Utah
ass
and starts
problem for
shitting all
them.
over Jason and shit? That would have been a problem, girl.
Yeah. I mean, and God knows what she's told because it's obvious she's a cop caller.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's real
Mm-hmm.
obvious. It's very suspect how Jason was taken down by two federal marshals, not the whole SWAT like they normally do.
And
Just saying.
Tyra don't know that life. So it wasn't until people talked about it like you and started making people like me aware, like, oh wow, okay, so SWAT normally comes 25 deep to get your bitch ass, right? But like
Yeah.
all of a sudden there's only two this time.
Well, I mean, he would be an STG, a security threat group. So when they would come to pick him up, they wouldn't know. Are there pew pews in the house? Are there other means of weapons? How many full
Oh
grown
my
men are in there?
gosh.
Those things. But if ring, 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 hi, this is Jessica. It's just me and my daughters, and it would just be such a help if you come get him, then maybe
Wow.
they send two. But they're not sending two into an unknown situation, period. And I'm not
That's
even,
true, Lone. She got to go through his pockets. We're not going to forget that.
yes, she even bragged that she pulled out a pipe. She even
Because if he
bragged that
had
she
one, I
was
promise you
so
that. I
slick.
promise you he
She
did.
was like, yeah, she was like, I'm so slick. I got the pipe out and everything, and they didn't notice nothing. Bitch, you're so dumb. So dumb.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like, and I don't know. In my abusive relationship, my ex was in and out of jail. They never let me go through his pockets. One time I got a hug. They let me hug him, and it was the first time he had ever got arrested. And I was bawling my eyes out, and I think the cop just felt real bad for me. And he let me give him a side hug and a kiss on the cheek. But that was it. They
Yeah.
never let me run his pockets because they were like, anything on him goes. Because one time he wanted to leave me his wallet so I could bond him out, and they were like, "Nope, you're taking that
Yep.
shit with
Yep.
you."
Yep. You got to be able to, you got to wait until you can get it out of his motherfucking, whatever that's called, personal
Property.
shit.
Yep, property.
What do you think? Because Pino said something yesterday, and I had to question it myself, being, how I grew up and stuff. He said, if Jessica, got this thing, like, I don't know, what is it called? Violated. Okay, I'm sorry, because I haven't been able to say a word the whole fucking stream, and I've been on here almost 2 hours with you. So
Yeah.
violated this thing. Did Berner call the cops? And then Pino, being Pino, is, he
Mhm.
made the comment, I don't know how I feel about Berner calling the cops. I had to question that too. But then I thought of Emerald. I thought of the little girl. And I said, you know
Sure.
what? If this motherfucker is on here calling me pedos and abuse, right? No, I
Hmm.
have to protect Emerald and I have to protect
Yes,
myself. If I put an
because she
RO on
ain't.
somebody, I promise you I'm protecting them, not me. I
Yeah,
promise you
and
I am. If I
he's
really
explained
go
it
and get a motherfucking
before.
RO,
Hmm.
because I've tried and I promise you I wasn't protecting me.
Yeah, and you had trouble with it, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
they don't just give this
Yeah.
shit out all
Yeah.
willy nilly on some bullshit cooked up evidence. They don't do
And I'll
that.
also tell you
And
in Florida, there was no electronic communication, nothing. Okay. So I didn't have that Utah law that Berner got.
yeah, But like from his standpoint, what I see, he is a he is a single father. That baby doesn't have
Yeah.
anybody else. He
And
said
like
it
mama
over
ain't
and
nowhere to
over.
be found. She's probably doing all kinds of time. We don't even know what kind of mom that poor little baby had. Let's just be for real,
No, we
okay?
don't, but we do know that Berner's mom struggles with substance use disorder.
Yeah.
So there's
And which
no
which
way that
also makes
she,
people like he and I not touch substances because we've watched it. There are people
yeah,
like us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, yes, 100%. But at the end of the day, that's one like less placement
Hi,
that his
Animal
daughter
Lover.
could have. You know what I mean? Like if he gets
Yeah.
hemmed up and he goes to jail, where can that baby go? Maybe his dad. But if his dad doesn't have a wife and you're a sheriff, you work long fucking hours. How are you gonna? What are you? Who's gonna watch the baby? You know what I mean?
Well, and he doesn't have a good relationship with his stepfather anyways, from what I've like paid attention to. Nichole did say earlier, and you probably missed it, that he is
Mhm.
doing everything in his power to stay out of jail and be there for his daughter. So what you just said is exactly what he's on.
Yeah, it feels like he's fighting for his life to keep her and to do right by
Yeah,
her.
because like who knows, baby mama could have got all kinds of years, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm really all she got," and you better do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like we've all been there, like single mother, single father, like we've
Yeah.
all been there. And it's like it's a heavy ass load. But at the end of the day, you get up every day because you're like, I'm the only one here to do it. You know
And
what
you
I
know
mean?
what?
Like,
I think Berner and Jessica, I think they had each other when they needed each other because Berner came in on the ass end of Jason and all of
hmm
Reddit and people like me. And,
hmm
even though I don't fall in the category with any of that, but whatever, I'll put myself there. And then she was there when he had to take on a whole ass child.
yeah.
Her mom
And
is back in
then
jail. She just had another child while in jail. Oh my God. She is literally all he has. There you go. He is literally
mm,
all she has. Yeah.
but think about this. Like, oh shit, I just brain farted. What did you just say? I had something to go off of it. Oh, that they were there for each other when they needed each other. Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
glad
go
you
through all
remembered. I'm
this.
like, girl, oh no. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
So they go through all this. She admits it wasn't fair to burn her in the beginning, all these things, right? So
Yeah, she
he's
did admit
there.
that.
He's there helping her stay away from a violent, you know, group of people. And he's there to be stepdad to her girls at a time when he thinks that their dad ain't shit. You know what I mean? All that. And then his kid needs him. And she's like, okay, baby, bet. Let's go get a place in Utah. They do that. He gets his daughter. First week must have been amazing. It must have felt so good to have her in his arms, to have this little family unit be complete. And then you walk in on this bitch squirting your baby in the face with water like a dog. Like the fact that he didn't lay hands on her, like, mm,
But you know what though? If I know Burner, and I know this sounds so weird, but when you watch someone for years, like you really kind of know some things. I know he didn't stay quiet. And I know that he didn't just sit by and allow Jessica to I want to use the word ABUSD. I don't know what else to call
hmm
it. Like we're talking
it
about
feel
water
that
for
in my
fighting.
in my opinion, if that's the way you're using it, it is 100% that.
Right, right.
Uh, but and you know what? The first chance he got out of there. She went to Vegas for like a weekend. He was packed up and moving in with Saras
Oh
that
yeah.
weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I remember because I was in contact with Nichole, and that's what he did. He just went one day and just like got his shit. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
didn't tell me any of the deets that him and his homeboy talked about on their live or whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "Oh yeah, he
Mhm.
just went and got his shit. Like, left the baby with me and went and got his shit."
Yeah, and Saros actually said that Nichole had mentioned that she did not treat Emerald like she treated the other girls, Like the other girls would go and get in the hot tub. Emerald wasn't allowed to though. Why
Well,
not?
that's
Why
Nicole. That's
not?
Nicole. Nicole in chat is the one who said that.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was saying it was because like why
Yeah,
what could be your reasoning there? Because let Riley would not be old enough to be in the hot tub by herself. You know what I
right,
mean? It's like
right.
so you've got to be out there watching them, and you've got this little baby who's 4 years old. All she sees is water. She's gonna want in. You know, like it just feels cruel.
And what little girl, I want you to read the comment on the screen, but what little girl is not going to watch another two little girls and want to do exactly what the fuck they're doing anyway? And we
Exactly.
want to throw water in there and probably a cute little bathing suit. Like, of course, that little baby wants
Yeah.
to go in the gosh damn water. A little demon. Dude, I have been with men
Oh my
who have
God.
yes, that's what I'm saying, girl. I have been with men who have
Who wants
assisted
to ride
me.
with me? We all need to go to Utah. Who's in on
Right,
a
and
road
just
trip?
like and just fucking pluck her in the mouth, dude. Like, stop talking badly about people's
Mm-mm-mm.
children.
Yeah, and then she said that he coached her, that he coached Emerald in that clip where she's talking about the water. Obviously he didn't because she doesn't even speak in like coherent like sentences. So he obvious you can't coach a child that young, and she couldn't even get it out if he had. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then her
Let's
13
go,
year old
Nicole.
daughter, she's on a live, and her 13-year-old daughter, she calls her over and she's like, what was it like dealing with her? And just has her trash talk Emerald. And then she's like, and what about Big Dude? What was he like on a day to day?
I'm
Oh, he
coming
just
in
made her
spirit.
worse. He just made her worse. He would scream and blah blah blah. Maybe he was screaming because Jeff was screaming at his baby, and he was
Right,
fighting
right.
for his child. Like
And
Jesus
can I
Christ.
tell you how weird it is? And you can tell me because you're the smart one here that, did all the collegey shit.
Mhm.
The fact that she would treat Emerald badly in front of Nichole, that's very alarming to me because I envision a bad step parent doing that shit behind closed doors. You don't tell your friends
Mhm.
that I spanked you. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, right? Like
Mhm.
I think it's very alarming that she would treat Emerald so badly in front of Nichole because essentially it's not like she knew Nichole, right? Like she probably knew her from the phone and being, dude's girlfriend and all the things and whatever, but like to feel so comfortable to treat her differently and let someone see you do that. I don't know, fam. There's something sick in her head, and that's why I said it might take the collegey part of you because I feel like
There
that's just
is
maybe another
something.
trait.
There is something wrong with her. I do believe. I believe she has personality disorders out the asshole. But think about it like this: the first time when you get with an abusive person, the first time that they lay hands on you, it's always just you and them. You know what I mean? And they're so
Mhm.
sorry. Never do it again. I don't know what came over me. I was just drunk. Whatever it is, they got excuses for days. And then, 3 years goes by and you're at the family cookout and they just backhand you in front of God and everybody. You know what I mean? It
Right,
speaks to a
right.
pattern of abuse. Like it speaks to she was so comfortable abusing Emerald that she did it in front of someone who could protect Emerald, who was a protection for her, which would be Nichole.
Oh, see why I said that shit to
She
you.
was getting away with it in front of Berner, is what it sounds like. She was getting away with this shit in front of Berner. So she
Okay,
tried it in front of,
maybe he was letting the but we're gonna
yeah,
give Berner some grace though, right? Because like
yeah,
he just got this little girl and he don't know what to do with this toxic relationship now. She's being mean to his daughter, but like he ain't got nowhere to fucking go. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
sounds like this was all at
yeah,
the end of the end of the end. You know, so it's
yeah.
like we're gonna give him grace there for sure because I don't want it
I
to be like,
definitely
oh,
give
you
him
should have just
grace.
left and you
Definitely.
let her do that. No, because I understand what it's like to feel trapped. I know that feeling, like to feel trapped and feel like, "Oh my god, how do I get my kid out of this situation?"
Yes. Yeah, I think a lot of us know that feeling. And I don't know. I just think she was getting bolder with the shit she was doing. I think that she was getting
Okay.
away with so much. She was hitting on him, putting her hands on him anytime she wanted to. And we
Yeah.
don't know that she. I pray to God above that she didn't lay a hand on that baby. That's all I do pray for, is that she had enough sense, enough something to keep her from laying hands on that child. But
Yeah.
with her putting her
That would be
hands on all
cool.
these men, it doesn't bode well for that. You know what I mean?
And I think that's a valid, very critically thinking fucking observation. Oh, I felt very smart right there. It must have been Mandy vibes for sure because I would have never pulled that off. But no, for real though, like critically thinking, like what there's no reason for people not to speculate when we know how you do put your hands on whole ass men when you lose
Yeah,
your fucking temper. So Burner can't always be at that house. And
no,
it for anybody to say, like, damn, that, we hope this didn't happen. That's logical fucking thinking, and that's terrible. But you're gonna call
yeah.
him a pedo or say that he belongs on a registry. Dude, that's a
Hmm.
whole SO, right? Like that's a whole S offender, dude. Like
Hmm.
a registry, like, dude, that's beyond.
And he's
I can't believe
disgusting,
I
dude.
seen
Like
it with
there
my
is
own eyes.
not. He does not have those charges because when Malik, his ex cellie, went on Pino's Raw Talk, he was letting out all of his business, all his charges, everything he did in there. If he was a trustee, if he was this, if he was that, if he was an SO, Malik would have laid it out there and been like, "We didn't fuck with him because he was
Oh,
an SO."
absolutely. And they wouldn't have been able to per politics.
Yeah,
You can't let an SO join your crew. Let me just say that. You're Mandy, you're right on. Like that's just what it is. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
that's the thing. How dare you?
also, SO registries are public for a reason.
Yes,
Everybody
very
and their
that.
brother,
Good
everybody and
point.
their brother, when they started dating, were Googling the name Jeremy McCord. If he was on a registry, somebody would have found it. Those
I
Reddit
know for
girls,
sure.
they are the best of the best. Like they are some FBI chicks in there because they
Oh
find
gosh.
everything. And I just
Yeah.
can't believe that he could have some deep hidden secret that only Jessica knows about. No, no, bitch, no.
But
Like
Nichole, I
you
have to
wanted to
say
be
this to
that so
you.
bad.
Right, right, Mandy, that part, bitch. Nicole, I have to tell you this though. I know that you are saying he's into such trashy women. I mean, like, we're talking about baby mama, like, he has his whole child. He's a single father now. Like, right. Like, I get that. But I know for a fact, Nicole, that you did not watch Berner and Jessica when they first got together online. You have to understand. Mandy said, I think before you came in, she really, really thought at the beginning of 2025, oh my God, Jessica and Berner, like they did it, right? And they're like happy little family and everything's going to
Yeah.
be good and she's going to be back on track and, she's going to get back to her. But like it just didn't stay that way. But like in the beginning, there's no way he could have known she was trash. Especially if he didn't find out for 4 months she was even fucking married, Nicole. That's terrible. Yeah, that
Like
little love
I
bug will
don't
never
think
last after that. Love
like
bomb,
I
yeah.
truly don't believe any of us thought in two when this all started 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever it was.
Okay.
I don't think any of us believed we would be at the point that we are at today, where Jessica has been harmful to someone's child, has broken hearts, has cheated
That's
on
true,
people.
Nicole.
God knows, everybody get your VD tests. Just saying. Um, God, so much stolen war heroes medals. You know what I mean? Like all this shit. Like when you stack it up, this ain't small fries no more. Like this is a really fucked up, malicious person who is literally going out in the world doing things to cause harm to people. Like she's not accidentally doing any of this. It is 100% intentional, and that's why I wonder if her ass got locked up. I wonder if she got locked up because of the videos she's making, the allegations she's making, and the fact that they are so ludicrous and so just malicious and
And I'm
corny.
sorry, but it is what it is, Mandy. Our community more than any have seen that, ROs don't help. And I'm sure our
Yeah.
subscriber count and our extremely little reach is not detrimental to any court system. But when you get into the point where someone with a million fucking subscribers on one platform is saying these derogatory things, and you have a whole law in your state about electronicals, like you're a
Yep,
goofy bitch.
you
Why would you
are.
do this? Why?
Because she's bitter as fuck. I don't I
Oh,
think she's I think
bitter Betty, bitter.
exactly. And I think that this is a first in a long time, if it ever happened before. He broke up with her. He left her. He did not come back to her. I think she is so used to, oh, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. And doing that song and dance,
You're so
getting
funny.
them to
You're
come
so
back,
funny.
like just getting them to come back and then breaking it off with them, like kicking them to the curb. When she kicked Reese to the curb, she had Jason lined up. When she kicked Jason to the curb, she had Berner lined up. But this is the first time she ain't got that second guy ready. And it's because Berner left her. He walked out on her.
And I found it interesting that whatever I watched, it was her get ready with me when she was getting ready. And she's like, I'm just really proud of myself for leaving. And I'm thinking, Jessica, the whole internet knows that you didn't leave anything. Berner
No,
left you.
you begged him to come back, girl.
And now you are some kind of special victim. Let me call the SVU on you, bitch. You're a special victim because you left him after the June one, not the January hit, but the June
Yeah.
hit. I hate even talking like this. I really fucking hate talking like this
Well,
about any
the
fucking woman. I
January
really
hit,
do.
to be honest, the
I can't even
January
believe this
hit,
is a thing. I can't believe people talk like this, Mandy. We should not even be having conversations like this. We shouldn't. This is
no,
disgusting.
I agree. But like the January thing would have been the worst the worst offense, if that makes sense. Because what happened in June is something
Oh,
that you quote unquote liked that just got a little too far out of hand. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
Like there's a difference between that and what happened in January. But you're out here acting like what happened in June is the worst thing. It's the worst thing that could have happened. I mean, you didn't have a safe word. That's the worst thing that could have happened. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, okay, so like I'll say for sure, like not my face, okay, but my like butt has taken. I have had a really swole ass cheek, and I was extremely angry. But the first 10 times they hit me in the butt, it didn't hurt and I didn't get mad, right?
exactly, exactly.
Because that's the
Like,
reality. Motherfucker, you hurt me. I'm pissed off. Now you better get up out of me. Now this whole
yeah,
shit's
you're
over with. I'm
pissed.
mad. But like I'm not finna go on a video and talk about how you fucking ABUSD me.
Yeah, and when she said that in the video where she's like, "You fucking hit me," she's angry. She's not sad. She's not upset. She is angry.
Oh,
And he's
see, and I
outside the
was
door sounding
angry.
confused.
See, dude, and I was angry. I remember being angry. Like, you did not have to hit me that hard, dude. And there's no way that you just don't like know your strength. Like, that was way too
Hmm.
hard and that hurt me, right? Like, I was
Yeah.
mad, but not to, I mean, it was just to obviously like I stopped the act, but like other than that, I didn't break up with them. It wasn't like they, did anything to hurt me. It's just like, no, you fucked up sex for tonight, motherfucker. Getting all crazy.
Yeah. And that's on you. Like, I ain't gonna
Right,
worry.
right.
That's your fault.
I'm not
And
gonna go make a
this,
video about it and like put my ass cheek on there and tell everyone I got
exactly.
ABUSDD. That's not nice, dude. You
Exactly.
can't do that to people. And that's the thing. I'm so fucking glad you said it because yeah, the bias that people think is there is just so not. But dude, Jason gave her 10% of what he could have, and Berner is not gonna play with her. And
Mm-mm.
I know she's watching. I know she's in the fucking stage, honey. I know she's in here. She's in the bushes. She's doing whatever she's doing. And she's
Oh,
just like
she's
waiting to see what timestamps she can get because I'm doing everything I can to make sure she can't even strike me. And let me just say, you guys, if she copyright strikes me, she has to take me to court in order to win said copyright strike. She will not be taking my channel down through copyright strikes. And
nope.
I have learned through Jessica that I am not going to ever delete my community posts again because that is the only reason my channel got taken down because I used to delete my posts every day, all day. People
Hmm.
hated it, and that's what made me do it, right? So, like, it was just like, fuck
Hmm.
it. Now I'm just used to it, and I'm gonna do it because everyone talks shit about it. But now I don't. So when she mass flags any of my posts, I can appeal them because when they're no longer there, I can't and I couldn't. It fucked me
Yeah.
really bad.
And she's so shady. She goes off platform to do all her dirty deeds. She will go on a YouTube video and be like, "Don't harass these people," or whatever she may say.
Mm-hmm,
She always makes
mm-hmm.
a point to say something to the effect of, don't mass flag or whatever because she knows it can bounce back on her. But then she goes to her Patreon chat where she can speak freely and she's like, yeah, these people are talking about me. Let me drop the link. Then she goes to Discord where all her hard ride or dies are located. And she's like, hey, they're talking about me. Go flag this channel. We've seen these screenshots come out over the years. Like, we've
Yeah,
seen it
I'm actually
happen.
in her Patreon and she talks to me all the time. She has found me in the past. Jessica Kent is the only person I've ever paid to look at, okay? But while I'm talking about her, unless there's private chats that I'm just not privy to, and I'm pretty popular in there, I'll have you know, okay? Then I think I will know as soon as she tries to, mass flag me, and I can have that as documentation too, because she's not taking me down a second time. But I will absolutely do everything I can to get my videos in the algorithm about her, though. Because we're not doing the cancel culture vulture shit no more. Like, that's just not going to be a thing. Like, I've been telling the truth about you for 2 years, girl. Like, what is your issue? Mandy, if you're talking, just so you know, I can't hear you. Um, I'll let you know if I can hear you and when I can hear you, though, if you come back. Maybe you just had to put me on mute for a minute. But yeah, I just like, I'm not going to be silent because I'm so good night, Nichole. Does she know it's you? No, hell no, Heather. As I said, oh my God, love your face. Thank you so much for coming, Nichole. Like, for real, we really appreciate it. Because all of us have been following this for, you know what I'm saying, for years now. Pretty much everyone in here, subscriber creators alike. Some of my moderators have definitely had to give up on me, and you know what? I'm totally okay with that. I don't blame them. I have the best moderators in town. Can't nobody say different about my moderators. You know what? I was going to say that earlier, but I'm tired and headed to bed. Oh, no, it's okay, Terry Lynn. Thank you so much for being here because I know you're one creator who does not pay attention to Jessica. And You come just so you can mod for me, and I love you for that. Okay. Period. Good night, Miss Terry Lynn. Sleep with the angels, babe. Whatchamacallit? And that's okay, because obviously Mandy had to go unless she comes back up, of course. Let me drop the link just in case she does want to come back up. But she's not even in chat yet. I don't mind hanging out for a little bit. Pookie is outside, and I told him that I might be on this bad boy. There's the link if anybody would like to come up. Even if you just like have something to say about her recent arrest, or you know what I'm saying? Oh, yes, thank you. From Terry Lynn's little fingers to your guys' ears. We loved having you, Miss Terry Lynn. Thank you again for all your help and support. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your super chats, for your cash apps. It was so cool to reach a goal. Tomorrow we'll do the Q&A. I'll need a little palate cleanser because, like, honey, I can't talk about Jessica every fucking day. Like, I'm not like a hate channel. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Does that mean I'm going to stay off Reddit? Fuck no. Oh, your phone died. Oh, gosh, mine is only on 14%. Look at me about to die. I'll talk to you guys till it. Good night, sweet pea. No, please. Thank you so much for coming up here with me, Mandy. Don't forget next week she is going to Mandy, can you drop your channel in the chat, please? Especially for anybody in the replay gang, they can see it in the chat. Make sure you subscribe over there because yeah, she's gonna be talking about Jessica, except for her content is she's just very different than me. You know, she's very much like she's a true crime. Still, you guys will get to know her if you don't know her already, okay? You will. So just make sure you go over there and subscribe. She'll have to reintroduce herself to everybody anyways. By the time she does her stream, oh yeah. Have a great weekend, sweet pea. Hopefully you can come tomorrow, boo. Get some sleep. Sleep with the angels. You know what? You guys are the real MVPs. We are still 41 deep. And it's 11:10. We've been on here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You guys, please subscribe to True Crime Blonde. She was just up here with me. She's kind of been my co-host for the last month or so. And you know what? I don't fucking mind it. I really like having someone to bounce ideas off of. Even though I still think I'm terrible and talk over people, and I so don't mean to do that. But like, I don't want to forget like shit when it comes into my head. You know what I mean? Do you guys want me to stay on for a little bit? Put a 1 in chat. I know. Both of us have been so sassy. We don't even text like that. You should see me and Mandy texting. Like, we're just not sassy, right? Like, we just fucking, like, just text normal shit. Oh, no, we've been, like, on one. Holly, you're ready for me to stay. Love that. Okay, I see we got another one. Mandy, you can come back up once you get loan. Good. I'm glad you're still here. All right, I'll stay and hang out with you guys because we have a lot of people in the bushes, and that's okay. People ain't supposed to like me because it's not popular to like me, but you're here. You probably even dislike the stream. Like, I just appreciate you. There's some people that are haters, and they really, truly will go out their way. Oh my God, you're down to stay. Yay. And they'll go out of their way to even dislike it. And that's like actually good for you. It's good to have dislikes. But yeah, I just have to make sure that I tag this, stream properly and just do whatever I need to do to make sure this gets in the algorithm, If you guys want to come back and, make sure you watch it or, you know what I'm saying? Just to get it in the algorithm when the stream does end. That's always dope. Leave a comment. I would always appreciate that. Not that you guys like need to. I'm just saying that helps to get into the algorithm. I adore you just for being here. I don't even care if you haven't chatted. I'm so happy to see 40 people in here. It don't matter to me if you're haters or you like me or you just don't chat. And that sucks, but hopefully one day you'll get used to it because, yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot more, guys. It's actually easier to stream and have chaos around me than to make a video and have chaos around me. Think about it. I was thinking about it today and I'm like, you have to start streaming more because I can stream even from outside. If you guys hear background noise, then you hear background noise. But I'm not going to film a video and have background noise. You know what I'm saying? And then I lost 42 minutes of footage on my latest vlog. And I'm like, oh no, that's just insane. And you can't get them 42 minutes back. Hey, babes.
Hey, girl,
Yeah.
phone, my phone died, and I was busting a gut at something you had just said, and I was like, "Oh shit, my phone!" And I'm sitting in one of those like little foldable camp chairs outside.
Oh
Oh my God,
God.
I busted my ass just
So you
all
can chain
over the
smoke in it.
porch.
Dude, I chain smoke when I stream. I hate it. I chain
I
smoke
I
really
do it,
bad.
yeah, I
And
do
when I'm
too.
on the phone with a
I'm
friend,
really
that's
bad
another
about it.
reason
You
that
know,
I
I
don't
I
try to
keep
be on the
myself
phone.
accountable, like if I'm live on my channel, because I do like put my camera on, and I'm like
Yeah,
I can't be
yeah.
smoking on camera, but like on yours, I'm out here just you can hear
Yeah,
the
puffing away.
probably can hear the crickets.
I actually don't hear any background noise. That's what I was just saying.
Oh,
Like, I'm
that's
gonna
good.
have to start streaming.
Oh yeah,
Because like not all my content, but like certainly I need to stream more because like I was just saying, like when I film, oh, I'm not filming with background noise and shit. No, I want silence when I
yeah,
film. But when I'm outside, I can go live for an hour and just get away from the music. And if you
yeah,
guys hear people yelling, you hear people yelling. Like we're just kicking back. Like I wouldn't do a Jessica stream outside, put it that way. But like
yeah,
half of my fucking streams are not even half, 85% are just kickbacks anyways. I hardly ever do, streams that are topic related at all.
yeah.
So it's
Well,
like I can be outside.
also, I think you, I'm critical too, like of my own surroundings, like if the dog barks or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like you said Pookie had the TV up really loud. The last time we streamed it, I couldn't hear it at all, like at all.
And you know what? That made it so nice because we talked about it after and he's like, damn, babe, like I really did try. Like, I'm sorry if I ruined your shit. And I said, no, I said the best part is she said she couldn't hear it. And I said, nobody in chat said nothing, but it was a little distracting to me. And I heard it loud. I said, I just got to get used to people living around me. That's all. See, I
Well,
love that.
I think you've got a little culture shock going on there too, because you were with Bunny
Yeah.
for what,
Yeah.
like a month? And it
Mm-hmm.
was so quiet there. Like it was
So
always so
quiet.
quiet.
So
And like
quiet.
you had to adjust like just how loudly you talked when you first got there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I can
yeah,
imagine like going back into like Poogie's environment, it
yes,
sounds so much louder than it really is.
yes, yes, yes. And it's funny because I know that for a lot of my life, I enjoyed chaos. And when I mean chaos, I mean problems, right? Problems.
Mm,
But now, right, in this stage of the game for me, I learned that I do need chaos, but it doesn't have to be toxic chaos. It can just be too many of us living in this apartment. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because that's what the
Yeah.
chaos is. It's not chaos where, we're bantering or any of the things. But
Yeah.
like it's just the chaos of too many of us fucking living here. And I
Mm-hmm.
will say, I have to get out of here, Mandy, because these boys have drove mama crazy in the last month and a half that I'm gone. She don't want none of
Oh
us here.
no. Oh,
And I'm sure she does not like having to say that in front of me now that I'm back.
Yeah.
But she's, they did. I think they just drove her crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and I get that because I'm sure Poogie was missing you and acting out. So,
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I'm thinking too. And then just coming in whenever and God knows what else, because
hmm
he hasn't done much changing. He's only said he's done much changing. There's so
mm,
many things. There's so many things going on. And to be honest, it's also really hard to sit down. It's the same
mm,
reason I haven't reached out to any of my friends to talk on the phone. I don't have anything good to say. And when I don't have anything good to say, I just don't want my friends to ask me how I am when I'm not okay. And
yeah.
I'm realizing the longer, because this never used to be an issue, the
hmm
longer I'm on YouTube, when
hmm
I'm feeling bad, I have a really hard time filming, even if it's just recording, Mandy. Because I
Oh,
have
girl,
plenty of
I
stuff that I
understand
can
that.
voice over. You know what I'm saying? I have
hmm
that stuff. I can just record. I don't gotta show my face. I can't
Yeah.
even sit and do that because I'm a front. I'm not telling
hmm
everybody what I'm going through. I can't.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I've been
know?
wanting to come back since like February, and I've been making excuses. And then I
Yeah, you gotta
finally set
stop.
it
Now
up,
it's time to
and
stop.
I got this sinus infection, and it's just laid me on my back, man. I have never been this sick, and it is so painful. And it
Uh,
sounds so silly. I've had a million sinus infections, or what I thought were sinus infections, but I've never had anything like this. Like my head hurts so bad. Like I ended up going to the doctor Tuesday, and my head was hurting so bad that when I would cough, it would feel like my brain was gonna bust through my forehead.
oh,
Like it was
girl.
so bad. And I went to the doctor, and she told me to stop taking my cold meds. And I broke down and finally had to take some like earlier today because it was just so bad. Like I just
Man.
couldn't deal.
That's crazy. And you know what? I feel like that is like the devil working, and no one has to
Yeah,
believe in God or the devil. I don't want to bring up like any of that stuff, but I really do believe in stuff like that. And I think, as long as you can say, you know what, Mandy, before 2025 is over, you're going to get your channel going. And that doesn't mean one live stream a month. No, you're going
yeah,
to do what you plan to do on your channel before 2025 is over. And you know what? You got many months left.
yep,
Look at it that way. Set,
yep.
longer
And I've got
goals.
something
That's
I'm
okay.
passionate about. You know, I've got tons of true crime scripts. I could if I could figure out a voiceover, I could definitely do one. But
Oh,
and
them
I
are
could do the
so
true
easy,
crime
dude.
stuff.
I can,
But
yeah. Let me show you how to do those. Them are really easy for real.
okay, because
Yeah,
I like to get the clips from like the body cams and stuff if I can, put them to,
yeah,
and I could splice all that together and just do a voiceover, and it would be super
yeah,
easy.
yeah. And
But
all
I'm
you have to do is take
passionate.
the volume out. And I know
Yeah,
you are, and I just know what you're capable. Like I said, I don't know what your spot is here yet. But
yeah,
I do not think, I think as much as you're going to keep your friendships with us, I don't think this is your community.
yeah. I
And
mean,
but I don't think that's a bad thing because you've met such
hmm
wonderful people, right? So, but
oh
yeah, I
yeah,
don't think this is your community. And I don't think BTU is going to stay very much in drama the way that I know I will, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Like I know I belong in a drama community. I know that.
hmm
But then there's people
hmm
like you and B who would rather talk about Ryan Upchurch and you would rather talk about a true crime story. You know what I mean? Who are
Yeah,
probably going to find themselves. And how cool will that be, though, Mandy, when you two end up creating your whole new communities, and now we have even more awesome fucking women to just like share with each other.
yeah. And like I'm passionate about this Jessica stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what really like lit the fire for me was the stuff with Emerald. Like, I just
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
can't. I can't.
Mandy texts me and she says,
It
"Babe,
makes
I
me
found it.
feral.
I found it." And she, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, I had to sneeze too, I thought. It was seeing it with my own eyes. It wasn't like I hit her. Like
God, there's
you
and
showed me with my own eyes.
it's like, bitch, there's so much more damage you can do to a child without your hands than you can do with your hands. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that sounds crazy and weird, but I got spankings growing up. But I know that some of the psychological things that were done to me when I was growing up hurt a lot more and made lasting scars on me that I can't that I still struggle with. And that was it for me. Like, she doesn't see this as anything wrong, and it is so wrong. And
Oh,
she's so
girl, me too,
fucking
Bobby.
smug, dude. She's just
Yeah.
so fucking smug.
And I really don't appreciate anybody putting anybody's child's anything medical out there.
Uh-uh.
And you know what I'm saying? Have I discussed, vaguely things that I should have never discussed about a mother? Yes, I have. But like, I would never say what was told to me. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you can't do that. You can't do that, dude.
Uh-uh.
I can be a ratchet bitch, but like, you can't do that. You cannot
No.
diagnose someone's child
Uh-uh.
and then like put them on blast like that. Berner seems very upset about that.
Yeah, and her whole fucking comment about, oh, it's borderline negligent that he's not taking her to therapy. Bitch, there are tons of people who don't believe in therapy. There are tons of people who have had really, really, really bad interactions with therapy. I got diagnosed with ADHD at a very young age. I went to way too much therapy as a kid. It fucked me all the way up. I,
Oh, and I've never
and
heard no one
now
say
I
that.
have
That's
an
a live
aversion.
stream.
Yeah, like, and now I have an aversion towards therapy, and I can't find a therapist that I feel like isn't just bullshit and just trying to get through the
Right.
visit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, and this is, I stopped therapy when I was 18. I am 38, 20 years of deprogramming it, and I still am having a struggle with getting a therapist because of all the therapy I went to. I mean, we were in family therapy, we were in individual therapy, we were in like, I had all different kind of like children's therapists. Like, I remember one time I went in and they put this cap on me to see like the way my brain fired, and it was all to do with my ADHD. But like, it just, it made me hate doctors' offices. It made me hate doctors. And as I got older and understood the difference between a doctor and a therapist, it just made me hate therapy. So while I do believe that if your child is struggling, you need to have them tested, that's different than therapy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
getting her a therapist at 4, I don't think would probably do that much good or bad. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of play therapy and a lot of, just what they can do at that age. But she could do things like occupational therapy or speech therapy. But is there a need for that?
But
You know what I
can we
mean?
also talk about though, like, and not forget, and Jessica, there's no way that Jessica can take in a child and not think of this. The mother is a piece of garbage. Dude, a baby is not going to talk if you don't speak to them. People
Exactly.
think
Yes.
all these kids are autistic. No, their fucking parents don't talk to them. They put
Or
them
they
with a
don't
machine in
parent
their
them.
face.
It's like, there's a girl that I watched. Have you ever seen? She's in your community. I want to say her name is Supernatural Crime Nikki or something like that. Supernatural Nikki, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she covers this lady named Gabby, and
Okay.
Gabby has a little boy who's, I think, around Emerald's age, and he
Okay.
does things like he shouldn't do. Like, they have this lizard, and like, he accidentally like pulled its tail off, and it's like, why did he do that? It's not because he's a bad kid. It's because he's a freaking kid, and she left him unattended
No,
with it.
Amanda.
And it's like,
Right
all
now.
of that. She's like, oh well, he's autistic. No, he's not autistic. He needs you to be a mother. He needs you to be a parent. He needs you to do things for him. He needs you to talk one on one to him, not just to your TikTok. Like there's so many like I can't get behind TikTok because I see all the train wrecks over here of these people who just sit on fucking TikTok live all day doing
Yeah.
jack diddly shit except for taking care of their kids. Like these people are losing their kids behind TikTok. Like what is wrong with you? Like I like
Oh, and what a terrible thing to see because, girlfriend, when I'm on TikTok, I don't be looking at none of that stuff. I just look for like voiceover stuff and get on and get off.
girl, there's a woman named Lori Telford. She lost her two girls. She's a piece of shit. She's a piece of work. Uh, Cindy
Probably that
actually
same
covers her.
activity.
Selfie Queen. She covers her. She's terrible. She is such a piece of shit. But I I can just tell you right now that if DFAC showed up to my door and said, if you don't if you don't get off the internet, we're taking your baby. My internet would be cut off sooner than they left the house. You know what
Bitch,
I
I
mean?
called
I would be
bitch, I
like,
would have
sit
called
down,
Comcast that day and said, hold on, DCFS, you ain't got
right?
to go nowhere, bitch. I'm canceling the internet.
Exactly, right in front of them. I would have been like, listen, we ain't gonna have no
Oh, that
internet. We ain't never
sucker.
getting it back either. So just cut it off
Yeah.
forever. Like, and I can't imagine these women who are willing to lose their fucking babies behind a TikTok app. Like, you gotta be shitting me.
And I
Oh.
don't know how I feel. Okay. I don't know because I didn't have any kids in this day and age, right? Like, where they're
Hmm.
baby. I just don't know that I would. I think I would follow the trend where, like, we show our kids because Lord knows I've done it for many years.
Hmm.
I've been a social media person for a very long time. I've been on all the social media apps since they all got here. Okay. So, like, I've
Hmm.
always just social media it up. Okay. And I did.
Hmm.
I shared my kids and stuff. But, like, I think if the baby was struggling with something, I didn't post videos of him because it was all Instagram pictures, so, like, I wasn't in the video age, but, like, I
Yeah.
just don't think that I would even feel comfortable knowing that something is possibly wrong, and, okay, maybe he's only 2 and it's not necessarily time to worry, but, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I just don't think I could do that. I mean, I would share pictures
Hmm.
still, right? But, like,
Hmm.
and I
I
just
mean,
think that's
my
terrible when someone has to remind you that the child is 4. They don't have autism, they're just 4 years old. That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah, and it's like, and you can tell that little boy is a sponge. He's just wanting to be taught, and he's not being taught shit. And it's like
You. Thank you.
you
Thank you
can't
for
just
being here.
hand a kid an iPad and hope for the fucking best. Like
And you
you
can't,
have to.
Mandy. I didn't even plan to work at all, until I got a part-time job when the baby was probably 3.5, 4, and it was a daycare. It wasn't even preschool yet. He wasn't big enough for preschool yet.
Yeah,
So I was teaching him his ABCs and his one, two, threes. Like, what happened to parents doing that? And, like,
yeah.
teaching them how to talk. He would talk like
Mhm,
a baby, and I would always correct him so he could talk properly. And I would say it like mommy. I did it with both of my
mhm.
children. I thought that's
Yeah,
just what we did as mothers.
yeah. I mean, you have you
Because if my
have
child's
to.
not talking, Mandy, I'm going to have to find out why.
Yeah, and it's like my little girl. One thing that I
Oh
will
my
always
God.
be thankful to David for is that he never talked to her like a kid, like a baby. He always talked to her like she was a little human, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like she will say some of the longest words that I don't hear adults using. And
Oh
I'm like,
God.
where
I
you learn
really
that,
can't go
honey?
up against her. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll be like, baby, where'd you learn that? She's like, well, me and daddy were Skyping, and I told him that he sucks at his Xbox game, and he told me not to say sucks, that I should tell that instead I should say he is incompetent with his Xbox
Oh my
game.
God. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Like the one thing I can say for her dad is like he's on that Skype, and like he
Right,
like
Holly.
if I like the worst thing that I can threaten her with is, well, I think I'm gonna have to call your daddy and he's gonna have to talk to you. She is begging. She's like on her knees, like, please don't just no, don't call dad. I don't want to talk to him. So finally I'm like, why don't you want me to call daddy? And she's like, because he'll give me a talking to and it's really long and he talks a lot and I don't get to talk as much when I'm in
Oh God.
trouble.
Oh God. Oh
And
God.
it's just so cute. It's precious,
Oh
man.
God. And see,
But
thank God for things like that because the baby, he's been video chatting me more. I'm
yeah,
kind of like without being like how do I say like almost seriously giving them a guilt trip. Like I'll shoot the man, mom would love if like I could video chat you every week. Wouldn't that be cool?
yeah.
And then he'll say something like, well, maybe like every 2 weeks, mom. Oh, come on, kid. You're killing me. You're killing me, kid. You're killing me. But I
You
talk
got
to
a
him a
little
lot
lawyer
lately.
on your hands. That's what
Yeah.
you got. He's gonna be
Uh,
negotiating wormwood deals one day.
You know what I told my sister? I'm just going to start writing them letters. I swear to gosh, I'm
I
just
mean,
going to
not
start sending the kid letters. You know what? Who doesn't want to get snail mail?
yeah. You know, my daughter loves snail mail. She loves a card, like even
Oh,
the ones from
see, and I'm
like the
like
Dollar
that. I
Tree.
want him to be like that because that's what I was telling Pookie. I'm like, you know what? I could just go get one of them really cute, like super emotional, cutesy sun cards and throw a letter
Hmm.
in there.
Yeah. And like she gets one every holiday from David's mom and it's got $5 in it. Dude, you would think
Uh,
that $5 is like 500.
oh
She's like,
yeah, for
I got
sure, for sure.
money. She's
Oh
like,
yeah,
can we
oh
mom, I'm
yeah,
gonna take you out to eat tonight. I'm like, baby,
yeah,
$5 ain't buying us food. And she's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but you can pay the rest, mom. I'll pay
yeah.
my $5 and you
See,
pay the
girl, she
rest.
knows you got a card that does something that makes the food come, baby.
I know. She's she's hilarious.
I remember one of his last birthdays that I spent with him. He had $10 that he got from like Papa or something, and he's like, "Can we DoorDash?" I'm like, "With what? That
Oh.
little $10? What you gonna do with that little $10?" I said, "That's half a Happy Meal, boy." Mom, can you just do it?
I
Yes,
know.
I will do
Like,
it.
oh, dude, the thing that gets
Keep
under
your
my
fucking
skin,
$10, man. Just
like
keep it.
right? Like my niece is, she is. I gotta think about this. She's 21, and
Let me go get it, Polly.
she's 21 and she took my daughter to like Target, the mall, all these places, right? And she was like, every store that we went in, I gave her a little budget. Like we went to Walmart and I said, you can spend $10. So when we were in the Barbie section, she wanted a Barbie that was $10, and then she wanted this that was $3 or something. And she's like, so I showed her, you can get two of these with your $10. And like she does this and she budgets with everybody. Not with mom. Not with mom. She wants the Barbie with mom. She wants the Squishmallow with mom. It can't be no La Fufu. It's got to be the actual La Boo Boo if mama's buying it.
Right. Oh
And
my God,
today,
them fucking Labubus, dude. You
oh,
poor girl,
and
mom. You poor,
and
poor girl, mom.
I know, right? I'm never buying them. I already told her. I was like, "Listen, you can have a LaFufu because they're cuter and they don't look as creepy." And today she comes up to me and she goes, "Mom, I know I'm not supposed to watch the news, but I watched a little bit of the news, a little bit of the news, and I just wanted to let you know. Can you believe?" Some kids broke in and they stole those little boo boos. I don't want a little boo boo. I want a little foo foo because I don't want nobody taking nothing. Nothing.
Why
I
do
was
they
like,
have
good
both
thinking.
personalities, dude? What is that? Like, who did you guys
I
think you
know.
are to grow up? I asked him, I said, can you be
Right?
a kid again, dude? He's like, no. And I'm like,
Oh, I know.
what?
Like she's gonna be 10 in December and like
Oh, God, double digits. See,
ugh,
it's always
I
something.
know, and I'm
Hi,
dying. I hate it.
Tina.
Like every day, we like when we do our book, like read our book and tuck in and everything. She'll be
Yeah.
like, "It's
Oh,
this
I
many
love
days
that.
till I turn 10," and I'm like, "How about we go the other way?" I was like, "How about we just start counting backwards and you turn 9?" And she was like, "No, mom, that's not how it
Right.
works." And I was like,
Like,
"But,"
duh.
I was like, "But where's my little baby gonna go?" And she's like, "Mom, I'll still be your baby, just not in public."
Oh
I
my
was like,
God. See, and the baby is not letting me do that no more. I cannot talk to him. He will be like, Mom, please stop, please. It's like not even funny. It's not funny. Like,
"It's
please
not.
enjoy her
It
because,
hurts."
dude, 3 more years, she's going to be him.
I know.
Oh my God. And time just goes so fast. It really does.
It
I
really
was
does.
telling my sister, go ahead.
What I read this thing. It was a quote, and it was like, on the hard days and hard holidays that you have, just remember that you only get 12 of everyone with them, or 18. I'm sorry, you only get 18 of everyone where they're your baby, and then they're off into the world. You only get 18 Christmases, 18 Thanksgivings, 18 birthdays, 18 of this. Like, and it, I don't know, put it in perspective for me. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
damn. Because then I'm like, I'm already halfway through.
And I question myself, like, Tira, how did you take advantage of being a mother? Like, how did you fuck that up? Because I'm telling you, Mandy, I promised you my whole entire life, even up until 2 years ago when I stopped,
Hmm.
having started having the problems and everything with the family.
Hmm.
Um, I would tell you, like, if you said what was the proudest thing you've ever done, and like
Hmm.
what are you most proud of, it would be being a mother. I don't even have
Yeah.
anything else to tell you that I'm proud of myself for.
Uh, I mean, I think that you have done one of the most selfless things that you can do for your son. You've given him a life that you couldn't give him otherwise.
And you know what? I,
And
I I wouldn't have, like, he has a whole dad. Let's think about that.
yeah,
Like, and then a dad that plays sports with him. He plays all the sports. You know what I'm saying? And he just
yeah,
has
he
the
does all
greatest
the
fucking
things.
parents.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. And you know, I I don't care how I get there. All I want to be remembered for when I die is being a good mom, being a good grandma, being a good aunt, being a good whatever I get to be on this earth
Yeah,
that
yeah,
relates to
right.
like my
Yeah,
children. And like if no one says anything other than my daughter gets up and says, "You know what? My mom was the best mom. Like she was the best
yeah,
mom she could
yeah.
be. She did the best she could, and I loved her so much, and she was such a good mom." If that is my eulogy, I will die a happy woman.
And you know what? Let me just say, it don't matter what your mama thinks of a mama you are. Don't matter what your daddy thinks what kind of mama you are, or your sister. God damn it! What kind of mother your children think you are at that eulogy? That is what matters.
Yep, that's exactly it.
You got it,
And
girlfriend.
I and
Because
I
you're
can
right.
tell
My
you right
kids would
now,
never
like,
say that I'm like a bad mom. That just like wouldn't even be a
mm-mm,
thing for them. Like I know how my kids feel. That's why it's so hard to, of course, in the
yeah,
beginning when people first start talking about it, it's like it hits
yeah,
hard, right? But like
yeah,
once you hear it for so long, it's like, God, you guys like just need to come up with something new or something, you know what I'm saying? Because like to say that I'm
yeah.
not a mother, that's just it's silly. It's silly. You only gave birth. Dude, who was there when I had that C-section and took care of that baby? Who was
Mm-hmm.
there? Because I remember it only being me. And
Mm-hmm.
an 11-year-old that couldn't do nothing for his fucking mama while she's trying to take care of a baby with a whole open ass C-section. Man, you better get the fuck out of here. Ain't no mom.
Yeah. And I know this, like, since it's been this past year, like, my daughter, she gets
Yeah,
quite
very
mad over her mama. Like, she's glued to me at all times. And, like,
Hmm.
when my sister does come around, anytime she says some bad shit, like, my mom told me that she thought my daughter was going to swing on her one day. She told her to leave and everything. She was like, "You just need to get on, get out."
Wow.
Like she just don't take nobody talking about her mama. And to be
You know
honest,
what
that's her
though? That's a
daddy and
good
her.
sign because you need her to be like that at 16. Okay. Like
Yeah.
I promise you, you do.
Yeah. I
My
mean, and she,
sister and brother-in-law are going through that now. My niece
yeah.
is about to be six. Well, she turned 16. She's about to be driving soon. Then you got my
Mhm.
nephew, fucking 15, right behind her. And then
Mm,
you got the baby's 13, starting eighth grade this year. Like, what? We're going to have a bunch of graduates by the time this year
goodness,
is over? Like, what? And they're trying to
that's
navigate
crazy.
teenagerness. And I did teenager. I did teenager not just with my son, but my stepson.
Yeah.
I had to kick him out at 21, unfortunately. Like, I had to literally boot him out, Mandy. It was terrible.
Oh, that
Oh, I
sucks.
had to, but girl, I had to because he would not go fucking work. He would not go look for a job. He wanted to play basketball with his little 15-year-old friend. He turned out to be a great man, a great husband, a great dad, but
Mhm.
could not get that motherfucker to. And I had to boot him, but I had him since he was 15. And
Yeah.
I had him till he was about 21, and then he went and stayed with his friend. And then probably about, I would say, a year and a half after having two kids, I had two kids again because I was like having the baby.
Yeah.
So I got rid of the 21-year-old and then I just like brought in a brand new one. But yeah, teenagers hard. Teenagers hard. I couldn't get mine to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Yeah.
like teenagers hard. I think especially for girls.
Yeah. It's I feel like we have so much more pressure than boys, you know? Like we've
Yeah.
got all these hormones, and on top of that, if you know as well as I do, there were the creepy 20, 21-year-olds who were all trying to hang around us when we were 15, so we were all trying to grow up in a
Oh,
hurry.
and I think about that. I think about that.
Oh,
Oh, Mandy, I got to tell you a story. I got to tell you a story. And honey, I don't care what the fucking haters got to say. My niece, this is 2 years ago, her freshman year. Okay.
mhm.
She's having a problem with some little girl at school. You know how catty us girls
Yeah.
are. I wouldn't say women. We
Mhm.
are not women in high school. But yeah, this is 2 years ago, and I just think it's fucking hilarious because she has two brothers. Let's think about it. She's had two brothers for a long time now. So like she's kind of half boy, right? Well,
Yeah.
the girl tells her, "Oh yeah, come to my motherfucking house and come with me then, bitch." Like one of those in the hallway type thing.
Uh,
Tell
yeah.
me why my niece left school and went to the little girl's backyard and whooped her ass. I said, now that is my niece. And my sister is like, Tyra, you are not going to talk like that. But I said, no, you know what? Because that's what you got to do. When these girls want to bully up to you and pound their chest and make you feel scared and intimidated, you just got to fight them, whether you win, lose, or draw.
Exactly. And you only
That's
got to do
why
it
I ain't
once.
scared of
I
nobody. I
was
will
so,
never be scared of nobody.
I was so shy and I was scared. I was scared to fight. And for a really fucked up reason, because I'm tall and broad, I have big hands, and my mom put it in my head that if I ever fought somebody, I would just break their jaw. I would really hurt them if I ever got a hold of them. So
That's
I was
actually a
always
really
like,
good thing to tell your kids because, yeah, that would scare me into not hitting
yeah,
people.
yeah. So I was always like,
Oh,
I
wait,
can't hit
Amanda.
anybody, I'm gonna go to jail. And
Yeah.
then I got this friend named Amy, and Amy, oh dude, she was my ride or die. She was real. She was like country thug. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we'd
yeah,
stay in the
yeah.
night at her house. And I had a neighbor named Cassie, and like we had been beefing and blah blah blah, right? And Cassie and Gina, this was back when we had the brick Nokias. Like they texted me and they were like, "We're at the ball field. We're waiting for you.
Bye,
You if you're not
Heather.
too chicken shit or whatever." So
Right.
Amy takes me in her mama's bedroom and says to her mama, "We're gonna go fight Amy. We're gonna go fight Gina and Cassie down at the ball field." And she was like, "Okay." And she was like, "There's my jewelry box." So Amy like opens this huge jewelry box and she just grabs a hunk of
All the
rings
rings.
and
Oh,
lays them down.
yeah.
And she's like, put one on every finger, even if it don't fit, just
Oh,
push it down
yes,
as far as it'll
girl.
go. And that
Yes,
was my crash
girl.
course. And like we whooped them girls, and Cassie never bothered me again.
And you know
Never
what? That's
bothered me again.
exactly what you got to do. But you know what's funny? Have you ever in your life tried to fight with brass knuckles?
Mm-mm.
Girl, you're gonna break your fucking hand. You have to put on rings. And let me tell
For
you,
real.
I grew up with all the Spanish girls, and they always had gold. Okay. I don't know what it is about Spanish people, but they love their gold. Okay. And they always
Yeah.
had all these beautiful gold rings. Well, we had this place
Mhm.
called Belvedere Mall, the swap shop, and they would sell these same rings, but in silver. So I would go every week with my paycheck and make sure I bought a couple of rings because I was always fighting. And
Yeah.
I can't fight with them brass knuckles because I almost broke my fucking hand.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I can't afford the gold, so we're gonna go get the silver, and I'm gonna have ring for every motherfucking finger one day.
Mhm. I remember my grandma told me. Did you drop out or did you stop talking?
Did I do what?
Did
Oh
you?
no, I know I'm here.
Oh, okay. I remember my grandmother told me that if you ever, if you're going to get in a fight, to hold a Bic lighter in your hand, or if you got a roll of quarters, roll of pennies, whatever, hold that in your hand, and your hand won't have any give when you start using it.
Well, and and that's another thing too. I'm a dirty fighter, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. But I had to fight with boys. Okay, my life
Yeah,
wasn't fair. I was
yeah,
treated like a boy. You know what I'm saying? They didn't look
hmm
at me like a female. Not for a long, not till after I had kids and had curves and shit. You know what I'm saying? They really just did not look at me like a female. They just didn't. And
yeah,
I fought dirty, dude. That's the thing. If somebody comes to me, Mandy, it's going to be such a bad problem because, dude, I'm going to hurt somebody. That's why
yeah,
people cannot come looking for me.
yeah. No, I get that.
And I fight dirty, dude. I'm going
Yeah,
to
like I
hurt
told you, my sister and
somebody.
I, like we have 9 years between us, but I have three younger cousins. One and is like a year younger than me, one is 4 years younger than me, and one is like 8 years younger than me. So I
Oh,
grew
wow.
up with them. I raised the younger two, like while they were in
Sure.
high school,
Sure.
and but I had those. When you get in a sibling
Yeah.
fight, those can be the most vicious. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I felt dirty. I can't say I didn't. And oh, nothing was worse. My middle cousin's name is Izzy, and like my aunt lived in this real shitty trailer park, and I will never forget. There was this kid Brian who was making fun of Izzy, and he was like 6. He was so little, no business making fun of him because me and Brian were like 12. He had no business making fun of this little boy. And I remember we were playing baseball, and I just took the bat and I walked over there and I was gonna pong him with it. And I hit him. I hit toward him, and I caught him with it, but just I didn't really catch him with it, But I had swung it full force, and thankfully, when I hit him with it, it slowed it down a little bit. But Izzy, out of nowhere, is standing right there, right in the bat swing pattern, and I fucking conked him in the head, gave him a fucking goose egg. Like,
Oh,
oh,
my gosh.
I cried for weeks. I felt so bad because that was my baby. That was my chosen baby.
I have no
But
excuse for joining a gang except for my aunt left to Florida and didn't take me with her. And I hate to say that, but like that's just the kind of the reality of it. Like I just didn't have anyone left. And I had only my best friends. My best friends met some gangbanger dudes.
mhm,
And, they weren't into gang banging. They just wanted to, right, like be with the boys or whatever. I'm not trying to
yeah,
call them hoes, but that's what they did, right?
no, 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 yeah,
Yeah, like I hate to say that, but right, like that's just what it was. They just like whatever. And yeah, for some reason I decided I wanted to join. And yeah, I have no excuse except for that family that I think a lot of people talk about. Because like I didn't have cousins who roughed me up and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had
yeah,
cousins who were older that were dudes and they just didn't roughhouse with me like that or
yeah.
toughen me up or you know what I mean?
But I really think that at the end of the day, when you have like problems in your family, like where you go time without speaking to, say, your sister or your mom or your
Yeah.
dad, like those integral. relationships, especially a father figure, I think that it makes it easier to slip into those circumstances because that becomes your chosen family. And I mean, for me, it wasn't a gang. My chosen family was like everybody I met when I was like working in restaurants and bars. You know,
Sure,
we
sure.
we
Just the
had each other's
crowd,
back. Like
right?
I've had Thanksgivings with these people. You know what I mean? We've had our children together. Like it's just it's
And
just
you know, you're right. It doesn't have to be a gang or a mob. It's just like a crowd, a neighborhood,
yeah,
you know, a
people who will take care of
countryside in
you.
the, you know,
Yeah, it's like people who will take care of you when you're sick. You know, you've got a
yeah,
bad cold,
yeah,
they stop by with the chicken noodle soup. Like, it could be that simple. It's like, because honestly, and this is so sad, but some of us are not shown that kindness. Some of us have never had somebody make us the chicken noodle soup and a grilled cheese when we're
right,
sick.
right,
You know,
right.
some of us just didn't have that childhood. And it can make those situations so much easier to fall into. You know, it's almost like you're made to be in it. And then you feel like, man, I was really made to be here. When
Oh
in
God, I
reality,
really
it was
felt like
that
that
set.
Mandy.
Yeah, but in reality, it was a set of circumstances that was put into motion when you, well before you were even in your mother's womb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, they trace trauma. They can trace trauma back to being in the womb. Like, if your mom was
Wow,
getting
that's
hands put on her,
terrible.
like, they can trace it back to that. Like,
That's
and it's
crazy.
crazy. I've always, it's something I've just been so
Oh,
fascinated
you're
with
in here.
because when I like became a mom, I really wanted to know, like, when do memories come? Like, when is she gonna like remember this? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think they say 7, but I think kids remember a lot more than we give them credit for.
Right, right. And you know, I dread the day. What if he does remember? Because I've always asked him, does he remember anything, you know, and
Hmm.
whatever. But can you imagine? Because yeah, like you don't realize because see, here's the thing, and this is just the honest to God truth. When it comes to the 90s and 2000s, I only stayed in Waukegan until 2004.
Hmm.
Okay, and then I moved to Orlando area for 8 years. So I
Yeah.
really raised my oldest in Florida,
Hmm.
very much a big part of his life, okay? But up until I was 24 and
Hmm.
from the age of 14, I was very heavy into the gangs.
Hmm.
I would never want to live a different way. And that probably sounds terrible. But as an adult who didn't know how to let that life go, as an adult who was addicted to being in the street and addicted to my friends and not drugs, not none of that, but like
Hmm.
addicted to the life,
Yeah.
I want to take all that back. I'm so embarrassed. I'm
Hmm.
like I there's people I see all the time, Mandy, that act a certain way at even 48 years old, and it's just like, wow, mama, it's like you really got to like find something inside you, boo, because it's like, man,
Hmm.
I used to act like that, dude, and that shit is so fucking ugly, Mandy.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is so fucking ugly, and the shit that I have gone through that I haven't even talked about on YouTube. Oh
Yeah.
man, people would be shocked. They would say, "There's no way that walked away from this or walked away from that." Oh, but I did. But I did.
Hmm.
And I'm very, very over anything and everything gang related. Will I talk about
Hmm.
it on YouTube if we're talking about Jessica and shit? Yes. But like, I
Yeah.
don't even know if them stories will be story times on my channel because I
Hmm.
feel like it's going to depict when I tell the story, this really fun time in my life when I was around 25 guys and they none of them treated me bad and none of them thought of me no kind of way and I don't know, just like it sounds like you're glorifying it. I think I'm better well versed when it comes to even talking about gangs when it comes to stuff like Jessica.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that the things that you have shared, I mean, I think that even if they don't reach Jessica, they've reached somebody. I told you
I hope
what
so. Oh
you
God, I hope
shared that
so.
helped me, and it truly did help me to get help. You
And
know what I
I'm
mean?
really happy about that because I actually looked into that for something someone else said, and that's exactly what their doctor told them about the, non-stimulant part. And it's
Yeah.
how important that is to, adding that to your, everyday. So it's just like, yeah, that it's so important to
Yeah.
be
And it's like
self-aware.
and to be honest, I thought there was something wrong with me because that
Right,
medication works so
right,
well for everybody else who has it, but for me, it makes
right.
me feel like I'm tweaked the fuck out and I need to color for like 18 hours straight.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
And
torture. That's very
oh, it's
mania behavior.
horrible.
That's torture.
And it's like I love my sleep. Like I love my
Oh,
sleep.
me too,
And
girl. Me
I am
too.
not
When I
giving my
get
sleep
manic,
up for
I
no
don't like
medicine.
it.
Yeah, like I can't give my sleep up for no medicine. And that was what I was
Can't do
doing.
it.
I was like literally like if I was having a terrible outbreak day, it's like I would take I had instant release Adderall and I would take one and I would be up for 24 hours. Like I just could not turn it off. Like I